Hello everyone, welcome to 34th podcast slash passage of Tesla Club India. Today we will be going to discussing January's EV data, Mahindra's prices, Ola launches of their scooter and motorcycle, a little bit about Creta and some recent things on the budget. While some more join, let's get some smaller things out. So especially if you are from Kerala, your road tax will be going to be hiked on EVs from the next financial year. It has been declared in the budget. So EVs below 15 lakh will get 5%. It has been 5%, but it will remain same. But from 15 to 20 lakh, the road tax is going to be now 8%. And above 20 lakh, it is going to be 10%. So if you are in the market for an Nexon or Curve or Winds or anything, you might want to hurry, especially if you are in Kerala. Because I think from 1st April, this likely would be applicable. I'm not sure why they have increased this, but they say that they expect to generate additional revenue of 30 crores. It's not much in grand scale, but yeah, whatever. So it's on four wheelers especially. So if you have any friends in Kerala that are looking for EVs, so they might want to hurry up. Yeah, and so this was that. Another thing, government in the recent budget had decided to decrease import duties, so exempt import duties on the machines that are required in the cell manufacturing. So if you have seen our lists, quite a lot of companies are working on cell manufacturing in India. So that should help them reduce their investment cost a little bit. So it's a good move. Apart from that, government has also exempted the raw material that is required in manufacturing of cells. Uh, apart and also lithium ion battery waste, cobalt powder waste, copper waste, etc., for the purpose of recycling only, these are exempt from the import duties as well. So I mean, companies can import the batteries for purpose of recycling. So that should help build up the recycling segment of this sector. Now that this is out, let me get to the January's data. So 2020 January first month of the 2025 saw an increase in all the segment, across all segment in the EV, sadly, as well as in the ICE segment also. So you can say the whole market was up. Two wheeler, about 98,000 two wheelers were registered, except Telangana. It was making about 6.4% of the total market. Three wheeler, about 60,000, they made up 56% of the total market. Uh, Around 11,500 four-wheeler cars were registered, making up 2.03% of the market. And 360 electric buses were registered, making up 6.14 of the bus market. So I the four-wheeler number are pretty exciting for January. Uh, and with the Creta coming and the Mahindra EVs and all, so this number should keep increasing because four-wheeler market has been kind of stagnant at around 2% from the last year or so. And if you look at OEM wise data, so Ola is again back at number one. If you remember, the TVS was number one in the previous month. So Ola registered around 24,400 units, making up about 25% of the market share. TVS was not much behind, about 24,000 at 24.4% market share. Bajaj 21,000 something, Ather 13,000. So these are the top four players. Ather is having a steady growth since months. All the other have been quite up and down. Surprisingly, Pure Energy has jumped up. They sold about 1,700 something. Vida has seen a drop, quite a big drop. They are just 1,600 something. So that's something to look out for. Not sure why Vida is having this. And yeah, another startup has seen a jump. River, about 600 unit outside of Telangana were registered. I'm sure there are a couple of hundred in Telangana also. Then there's Bounce 560. Simple Energy just 280. So yeah. And if we go into four wheeler, MG is catching up to Tata. Tata registered about 5,100 units. about 45% market share. MG is not much behind at 4,300 something, and Mahindra is at third, about 700. But a lot of these 700 were XCV and BE that were registered by a showroom for their test drive purposes. So not all Mahindra were for customer this month. Then there's Hyundai 323. So I have been told that Creta deliveries have started already in some cities. So the Hyundai number is to be seen for the next 2 or 3 months. BYD is at 320, Citroen 270, and these were the main. So Tata needs to Tata honestly should be doing double of what they are doing at this point. But a few things went wrong and the whole segment towards them. Uh, so yeah, and MG Windsor has pushed MG a lot, and they are planning some more EVs. But they recently hiked the price of Windsor by 50,000. So I'm not sure how much of effect it would be. It's not much of a big price hike. But I think MG at this point should bring out the higher battery variant of Windsor, either 50 kilowatt hour or the 56.8 kilowatt hour they have. So, Dr. Saab, any comment on the January's data?
So Ola is back again, right? So
Right.
that's a good thing. So only person who will not be happy is Kunal Kamra. So that is the only problem. And other OEMs, I think TVS and other TVS and Chetak are doing steadily. I think their sales would now come to a steady like plateau kind of thing. So Ola is
I
doing
mean,
fine, and with
all these, yeah.
generation 3, I think they will really do well. We have seen the generation 3 is really they are really good products.
Yes, our next topic is Generation 3
So I'm
wala.
hopeful that they would be okay, okay. So they should be adding good numbers. And Tesla, you are sorry, not Tesla. Sorry for that. So Tata, you are absolutely right that they've got, I think, 5 models.
It's a Tiago,
Uh,
Punch, Nexon, Curve, and Tigor. I don't think anyone buys.
Tigor is for fleet. So there are 4 models, right?
Right.
So probably they are selling only 1,500 to 1,000 units of each.
Yeah, roughly.
So it seemed like that. But yes, they should do better as you pointed. Hopefully, uh, people turn up to Tata again. It's very surprising to see them like this, because we were hoping that they would be, even if the fleet kind of those fame have gone, still they should be able to do 7,000 a month easily.
I mean, they,
No idea why they have been not been able to do that.
I mean, Tata was doing 4,000 something a year ago, I think. So they should be doing
Yes.
at least double of that by now. And
Yeah, you are absolutely
Curve
right.
is here, Punch is here, quite attractive model, I think. Nexon 45 is a kind of, I would put it in a good model at good price. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Curve sold last month, I think, only 3,000 units. Yes.
Uh, that
Curve
would,
total units were
okay,
3,000.
okay,
That included the ICE also. Yes.
right.
I have that figure, right? It's in front of me.
Okay,
So this is so the curve was just a second. Yes, so the curve sold around 3,087 units.
okay.
It's these units are with all powertrains.
I did,
मतलब तीन
these
3,000 कर्व बिकी है
these include dealer
और
dispatch.
yes, these are dealers from Auto Pundits.
Yes.
So Windsor dispatches are 3,277. Windsor, it's really surprising. Windsor is like Wagoner of MG.
It,
If you see the vehicle, you just will not, uh, you just don't find it like क्या यार ये क्या बना दिया है ना, but still it's selling well.
right.
That tells you about the product. That tells you more about the product insights, like inside interiors, all those things, and lifetime warranty. That things have helped MG to capture that kind of market. Like people uh, are willing to spend 15, 16 on a Windsor rather than on a Nexon, which may give you more range even.
Yeah, I mean,
So
each of those Tata models should have been doing 3,000 at least.
Even if not 3,000, at least 1,500 per unit. 1,500 into 4, that should have been the number. 6,000 should have been the target for them a month. That should have been easily done. Windsor is really a case point. Some people say that once the summers come, then Windsor owners will cry because the AC will not work that fine. So it remains to be seen like that.
Uh,
No idea, no idea about that to be true.
uh,
No idea about that.
so, if I give you interesting tidbit, uh, India sells more MG Windsor than China.
Oh my God,
so,
that's a surprise.
really, sir, that's a surprise. Yes, yes, you're right.
So,
They probably have got
and
another mod. They probably have got more
I
and
models,
mean,
and
right?
and and
So
that too, it's 38 kilowatt hour, which is selling more than their 50 kilowatt hour.
yes, yes, yes,
so
absolutely right.
So does that imply we have a bad taste in India?
Yeah, of course.
No, no,
Of
I think
course.
yeah,
I still feel that
it
it's because of the interiors.
no, no.
What
It implies that the Chinese model are so much ahead that Windsor is nothing for them.
Yep, agreed.
that is also right. That is, but it's really baffles if you see Windsor on like if you if you ask 10 people to say Windsor from outside, probably from 10 only 2 or 3 will select the car.
Right.
But once you see the interiors, it will be totally opposite.
Yep.
So
Yep. Yeah.
people are buying it because of the package with that lifetime warranty. It really works, and it's really working for MG. Like we used to say that let's see, it's just 3 months, 4 months. It is doing consistently 3,000 every month.
Yeah. I
No,
mean, I
so since October, it is always, in increasing numbers till January. Okay, but I am doubting on February because of the recent case, right, where they abruptly finished that free charging of people, which were kind of there were around 10,000 vehicles which were sold in October, November, December. They were offered the free charging for
so
1 year.
so
And our, I have from last 2 months, I have met a Windsor owner every time whenever I have DCFC charged my car. I think people are just going for the free charging.
so
यो कोई बात नहीं फ्री की चीज
So
है तो हमें यूज करना ही
I,
करना है घर में
I,
चाहे चार्ज हो या नहीं
I
हो.
have a different experience. I have met multiple cars like XUV 400 or even MG ZSEV. People on charger, they are charging using the Windsor account.
Okay. Like it's like the same thing. So people, then people don't find it
That's
DC charging, AC charging.
that's
Free का काम है तो मतलब
that's the
that should
so,
be.
reason. That's the
Rakesh,
reason.
is that a limit on the charging applicable to the previous owner as well?
Yes. No,
So,
so the free charging was there only for previous owners till 31st December. Now there is no free charging.
so I think so.
Okay.
I'm in favor of a limit, but if they didn't mention the limit previously, they shouldn't have put
See,
it now.
it is the way they have implemented. It is absolutely, disaster. When
So,
I heard it the first time that okay, they are providing 1 year unlimited free fast charging, I said that you have to add 1 lakh rupee in every car you are selling if you are giving it in this format. If you are not putting any caveat or if you are not putting any limit, then your financials will go for a toss. And that is what has happened because in India we misuse everything which we can, right?
so remember that when Tata also made a similar offer, so I
But
actually
they were very
contacted.
clear.
I
They were
actually,
very clear in their
yes,
offer.
I actually contacted someone that please do not give a blind free charging.
Hmm.
Right? Please put some limit. And I tried conveying the same to MG via someone else, but they didn't listen then.
No, MG does not listen, and now all those people are left in the lurch. There may be 20-30% people who were kind of misusing, but there were uh, bigger public 70% people who were using it for their car itself. Now they also cannot
No,
use
no,
it.
Rakesh, I would like to add. You said MG is not listening. I think they are not directly listening, but they are indirectly listening. I think today's news I've got is on a fresh stock of January or February, MG ZSEV is being discounted up to 1.5 lakh, 1.75 lakh. So they have come to know that the future is very,
No, absolutely. That
intense
they are
for this
seeing
segment.
before us, they are seeing in their numbers, right? If those cars are not meeting the expected numbers, they'll have to give the discount.
And moreover, I think the MG ZSEV is now it is in the end of its cycle
Yeah,
of a
people are
product.
not
So
very interested, even though it is very refined product. It is
yeah,
niggle-free
because
product.
globally it would be replaced.
it's not
Globally,
exciting
it would be
anymore.
replaced by
Yeah, exactly.
Nikhil, because globally they would be replacing it with E5S.
Right.
So, but in India they would keep on selling this one as far as they can.
So hell, if you thought that India was a dumping ground for ice, just see what this Chinese company do for in EV. So the remember the M9 MIFA 9 that we are going to get. So
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
India will get the previous version while there's going to be new version in China.
Oh wow.
Okay.
So I think so. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they will push the product to here if they can't sell there.
But MG is getting huge backlash from those existing users since last couple of days. I One of my known who was selling the MGs, he's saying, boss, I don't have any place to hide my face. Okay, because I have sold so many of Windsors with my personal rapport with those customers. Now they are asking, sir, where is that free charging which you promised to us? He says that I'm resigning with immediate effect. I can't answer so many people.
I mean, it's a bad move and likely illegal at somewhere that you are changing the
It is
terms and
illegal.
condition.
People would move to consumer court. It is definitely illegal.
Yeah, but
They must have put like वो जो star नहीं होता जो उसमें लिखते हैं
condition
conditions
can change
apply.
anytime.
They could have contained it in much better way, they have all the data. Like, okay, let's say I owned a Windsor in October, and my Windsor has run, let's say, 10,000 kilometers, and I've maybe used charging something like more than 2,000 units. So it is clear, this thing that I'm misusing their free charging. So they
Right,
can
right.
give notices to the individuals users rather than blanketly,
Uh,
denying charge to everybody.
that would be quite a lot of work, but yes, it was a messy
No,
implementation
but
from
it
start.
is that's the only way to clear up this mess. You can't put stop on everybody, right? People would go and sit in the court.
Yeah, you're right. Well, if you wanted to give free charging, you could have given certain
It
number. That would have been
the
ideal.
way they
Tata,
have behaved
Tata,
is completely unethical
Tata gave
and
Tata,
You're
illegal.
absolutely right.
Tata gave 1,000 units, and I think that was the best move for MG
That
should
is
have.
okay. So
Yeah.
person knows that in 6 months I have 1,000 units. If I want to charge XYZ car, it is okay because there's a limit, right? So if I want to charge my Tata car or MG car, that's fine. But
Yeah.
This what I said is not the only thing. There were lot of commercial interest also. People were even selling it. So if let's say I am Windsor owner, I have free charging. I'm charging it for many different people in 50%.
Yeah, that was a
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
bad move
yeah,
from the
yeah.
owner side.
I met many people. I met many people.
I mean, I know I have seen too that someone XUV foreigner was charging with someone else's account. So that's I mean, yeah, blame is on some people too for misusing it. But
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's
right.
the way they have implemented right
yeah,
now. They should not have.
I totally agree. Yeah,
They could have foreseen these things. I think they have so much experience. They could have foreseen these
And
things coming.
it
internal
was quite
sources,
common sense. I mean, it was a
internal
common
in
sense to not allow
internal
unlimited charging.
my internal sources are like indicating that there are multiple firings because of this mess at very senior leadership level.
Okay.
I mean, So I have seen this mess in the US. I was following. So what VW and other did, that they gave free charging to ID4 owners,
Yes, yes, yes.
and
Mm.
they never moved away till they got to 100% charging. So there were lines of VW ID for the Electrify America station, and Electrify America doesn't
Mm.
have a good reputation there.
That was still okay that they were charging their cars to 100 only.
No, but they were only doing free charging because it was unlimited. So,
Mm.
so that's a bad move, and that was the example I gave to someone also. But yeah,
अपने वाले बंदे यार किसी भी लेवल तक जा सकते हैं, इनको मालूम ही नहीं था।
नहीं मतलब ये तो यार सोचने वाली बात। चलो ठीक है, ओके।
Even
बट
I was, thinking of getting Windsor. I had detailed discussion with the people at the dealership. I inquired them specifically about this point, that what is the way or mechanism it is going to work, the free charging. Bolte sir, there is no condition at all. For 1 year, you will get unlimited charging. Period.
yeah,
But I know, means
And sometimes
I have seen multiple
I
examples
literally
where MG has reacted very unethically, and this is one of the move. So not surprising
and
for me at
sometimes I
least.
literally feel why do brands have to do like either you give it with a proper thing, either you don't give it. Most of the dealerships are not aware of the things, but they like information should be correct and फ्री वाली चीज तो यार बहुत ध्यान से देनी चाहिए अपने यहाँ पे इट्स
Yeah.
वेरी डिफिकल्ट
right, right.
No, but now they are in soup, and I see that that's going to bring the bad name for them. And from Fab onwards, maybe we will not see that constant rise month on month. Probably either it will go to steady state or maybe declining. Because this these kind of things, they break trust of the people, because people used to admire MGO. They are very good at service, this and that. But this kind of breaks
राइट
the
राइट राइट
trust.
राइट यू आर एब्सोल्युटली राइट
Let's hope they fix it.
Yep. I
Okay.
was saying them that okay, you hire me. I'll give you suggestions still to fix it in a better way, rather than what you guys are doing on blanket ban on the charging.
Right, right.
राइट 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 राइट
So,
so consensus is that Tata should have sold more EVs rather than MG selling MG doing it with just
No, so we
two
are not
models,
against
right?
MG selling more
no,
Windsors. They
MG.
should still sell more.
Yeah, no.
We
That
hope
is
for that.
yeah, absolutely right,
I
absolutely
mean,
right. So basically, the point was on the numbers. So we all expected, like the consensus in the house is that we expected Tata to sell around 6,000 to 7,000 units, considering what portfolio they have. MG is doing it with just two cars. Comet is a very niche segment car. So that was the larger point. So on the sales, what we were
right,
discussing, right?
right. So, okay, let's move on to Ola Zen 3 scooter. They have updated their whole range of scooter and introduced a new version. Now, all the scooters are mid-drive motor. The hub motor is gone, and they have shifted to chain drive instead of belt drive. And now there's a brake-by-wire technology, which is a blend of regen plus mechanical brakes. You don't now need to push it the handle in reverse. And now there's a single electronic board instead of the multiple they had. They claim 53% power increase from Gen 1, 10% efficiency improvement, and 31% cost reduction. So that's quite a lot of good work. And they are going to bring Move OS 5. You can change the region setting as well as the throttle setting, throttle sensitivity. So the first model in this is S1X. It gets a single rear ABS, so that's a new. Uh, all motor are 7 kilowatt, but it gets uh, three battery pack variants. One is 2 kilowatt hour, 80,000, 3 kilowatt hour, 90,000, 4 kilowatt hour, 1,000, 1 lakh, sorry. These prices are after 10,000 of e-drive subsidy. So if you have earlier bought a scooter, your price is going to be 10,000 more. And The another one is S1X Plus. It gets a front disc brake, rear ABS, 11 kilowatt motor, physical key, and it gets a 4 kilowatt hour battery pack at 1.08 lakh. The third version they bought is Pro. They have updated their Pro. Uh, 11 kilowatt motor, rear ABS, all disc brakes, two battery pack versions, 3 kilowatt hour and 4 kilowatt hour. The price is 1.15 lakh and 1.35 lakh. So, but they bought a new version also. Now it is named Pro Plus. I'm not sure why they did that. 13 kilowatt motor, dual ABS. The first it is first dual ABS, and it gets two battery pack version, 4 kilowatt hour and 5.3 kilowatt hour. The 5.3 kilowatt hour version will contain Ola's in-house NMC 4680 cell. Other ones are still going to use 2170 cells. So I think Ola's sale were a bit on hold due to this Gen 3 platform coming up. I see them going back to around 40,000 something in next month or so. Uh, this Pro Plus version, I think they shouldn't have done that because it is quite close to Pro. And both get a 4 kilowatt hour battery variant. So they could have just deleted it, and just the Pro Plus could have been the 5.3 kilowatt hour. So, but yeah, there's a price factor. The 4 kilowatt hour Pro Plus is 1.55 lakh, and the 5.3 kilowatt hour 4680 cells is 1.7 lakh. So, yeah, quite an, they have brought also, flat cables. If you have seen the ribbon cables in computer that are used, kind of that cable, and they claim quite a significant weight reduction. So it is first being used in two wheeler, and I like the product. I think they Ola would do good if there are no service problems as usual. So, Dr. Saab, how's your Ola going, and how do you see this?
Yeah, my Ola is Generation 1 Ola. It's done around 11,000 kilometers. It does have some rattles, but it drives fine. The range is around 90 to 100 kilometers. So everything is fine. Sometimes the screen hangs up. Uh, so it is what it is.
Also,
So, but overall, my experience has been a good one, considering it was the first product from Ola. So Generation 3 looks very. I always expected that Ather would launch their 450X or something with the ABS. Ola came with the ABS before Ather, which is quite unexpected, to be honest, because I always thought that Ather would have an ABS in their portfolio, but they didn't. That's so something which I liked about Generation 3 was that they've got ABS also,
right,
and the chain drive, how it chain they claim that it is better than the belt
right,
one.
right.
And another good thing is mid drive one. Everyone gets a mid drive motor, which is a very good thing.
Yes,
And
So, for they
for the first time, Bhavish looked well. Like if you have seen before events, he always used to be like, it's my personal assessment. He always looked to be like arrogance or something. But in these two events, he was looking to the point and talking to the point, and everything was near perfect.
uh,
Uh, so I loved the vehicle.
and just a slight correction. I spoke earlier wrong. The flat cable is going to be in the motorcycles first, and scooters in coming month later. Right now, scooters don't have that flat cable.
He said that flat cable will be coming into Generation 3 scooters. You are right.
In
But in this event, he didn't talked about the flat cable
Yeah,
in this Generation 3 wala event.
yes. So, talking about the event, I think they were good. They were information, but they lacked some information, especially in the bike one. They didn't talk a bit about charging, DC charging, etc., chargers, how much they are going to put. So,
Actually, there was a question hour session. Somebody asked the charging times at the end. I don't remember that.
I mean, the home charging we can guess, but the DC charging, I don't know
no,
what the
DC charging capabilities is what I also thought that it's completely missing from their
Yes. Yeah.
presentation.
So,
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
In fact,
Maybe
in
they are
fact,
taking.
like they were planning for that hypercharger network, right? I don't know. I think it is good in Bangalore probably, but in Delhi NCR it is. I have not seen that at least.
so we have
You're
we
right.
have
You're
we
right.
have to praise Ather for their public charging network,
Yeah.
right? But
So without the
Ather,
charges, because all these charges are proprietary charges, right? They are
so
working
no,
with
I mean,
their models only.
yeah,
So it doesn't make any difference if they are saying DC charging speed or not, because there are no DC chargers at all for them.
right, right.
You're right. You're right. Overall, the presentation was good and everything was good about the Generation 3
Yeah.
event.
Now Ather
Hopefully,
looks very
this should be no.
aged vehicle in front of this.
Yeah,
So
you're right. You're
I
right.
own an Ather, and I can't
Okay.
imagine or think of any EV without regeneration, capabilities. Ather does not have any kind of regeneration.
Yes, yes, you're
I
right.
mean,
And
Ather start was good, but they were not aggressive enough.
they are not now as well. They
They
are
are
very
still not
slow.
aggressive enough. Uh, and I think they can do better, but I'm not sure what the whole their plan is and what their ultimate aim is. But we expected much more from Ather at this point, honestly.
I always
No, no.
expected that the first electric scooter with an ABS would be from Ather, but Ola just nailed it. I always wanted that there should be an ABS in a electric scooter, so that's a good thing.
Yeah. So and even people and service. Talking about service, I think Ola has improved at many places. At some places, yes, there's still issues, and so are with Ather. So I can't give points to anyone on service at this point.
Yes, you're right, but I always say very few two-wheeler owners get their Activa service,
Right.
so that carries on to the electric vehicles also.
Right. Right. Right.
You will never find a Activa uh, after the free services. People just do not get their Activa service. किसी का भी उठा के देख लो आप, यार दोस्त का या किसी का भी
So
सर्विस होता ही नहीं होती,
ओला
एक ब्रेक
ओला का
एक पैडल।
सर्विस शेड्यूल है कोई क्या?
No,
No.
you just service it when you need.
Okay. So Tesla mode.
Yes. Someone is asking, has Ola received testing approval for 4680 from authority? Yes, they are already making them. It is a BIS certified, I think, and they are going to be using their in product soon. So let's talk about their motorcycle platform. It will be based on Gen 3 tech, and yes, it will have the flat cable, mid-drive motor. The battery packs range from 2.5 to 9 kilowatt hour within the same space. So that is really amazing work in my view. And as you most know, I'm more interested in the powertrain than what the touchscreen they are giving. It will have single ABS capability, also brake by wire. And let me just, yeah. So yes, mid drive what integrated MCU it's going to have. And yeah, the flat cable they compared with the Gen 1 and Gen 2. So Gen 2 cable weight was 4 kilogram, Gen 2 was 2.2, and this the Gen 3 they are giving that's point 0.8, just point 0.8. So it's a really improvement and weight matters.
Yeah, but are they eating the copper? Because
Uh,
the cables would have weight of copper mostly, right? And if they're reducing it to that level, are they really using enough copper?
so I'm not
They,
sure about how these flat ribbon cable that are you mostly using in computer do, but I think eh, yeah, might not be as much as yet. There's some difference, obviously.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, PVC definitely they have cut
I
down a
so
lot.
so my friend is telling that they have used bus bar directly.
Yeah, there used to be, these flat cables in early days of CPUs, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
probably
So
those kind of cables only
yeah.
they're using.
Yes, yes, yes.
And even for the the connection between battery and motor, they are using the flat cable, which looks neat.
They're using bus bar directly from motor
Yeah,
to
yeah,
pack.
yeah.
Yeah, and majority of the packs are currently with 42170, but they are compatible with the 4680 version too. The top variant it will come with the 4680 cells, but the production is not yet there. And seeing that battery pack picture they showed, a battery pack motor integrated in the chassis, so that same space is going to occupy various range of capacity of battery. So that's they have done really good work here. And the peak powers are of up to 20 kilowatt, but the current motorcycle will get up to 11 kilowatt. So the top variant is Roadster X Plus. It will get two battery, 11 kilowatt motor, 125 kmph top speed, and 0 to 40 in 2.7 second. Uh, so two battery variants for 4.5 kilowatt hour with 2170 NMC. They claim 252 kilometer range, but I think it should be 150 real. 1.2 lakh price, and for the first 7 days they are giving a 15,000 discount. It includes 5,000 of e-drive subsidy, and the second version is a 9.1 kilowatt hour 4680 cell. They are claiming 501 kilometer range, but I would be happy if it can give 300 kilometer in real, because can't expect 500 in a normal use from that smaller pack.
Yeah,
So
35 kilometers per kilowatt hour is kind of standard in two-wheelers.
no, 35 would be a bit too much. You can expect a 25 to 30, I think, if you are
So 20,
driving normally. In eco mode, yes. In eco mode, someone said that Ola can give up to 50
yeah,
kilometer per
means
kilowatt hour,
I'm
but
quoting
but
towards the higher side only.
you
So,
can't drive normally in the eco mode.
so with 35 for a 9 kilowatt hour battery, it's coming, 270 to
270,
300
that's my
kilometers.
expectation as well.
Yeah, so
So I mean,
that comes to
the
35 only.
so
Mostly I
I
get in my Ether 30 to 35.
so either these range are in the eco mode, because the 501 is really too much. I don't think Ola should be really marketing it, because people would be disappointed
That's,
and seeing the
yeah.
social media. So they should have been careful here. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's pretty
No,
bad
that is
way
that is
of
that is
marketing.
that is the trend. That is the trend with ARI ratings. I think ARI needs to update their protocols for giving out these
so
certifications.
ARA did slightly improved, but if we're looking at this, so the deviation in two wheeler is much worse than the deviation in four wheeler. Seeing this.
Yep, absolutely. So one of my friend bought XUV 400 recently. He was very excited, asked me, okay, should I go for it or not? I'll get 350 kilometers of range, even though they are quoting 450. So I said, boss, if you expect 350, then please don't buy the car at all.
Right.
If you can manage it with 250, you can happily go with it and you'll be happy throughout. If you'll assume 350, then there'll be a problem.
No. Yeah, I mean the AI is really a issue. So thankfully, Tata has started showing their C75 as well.
Yeah, that's good way actually.
Yeah. So this the top variant is priced at 1.75 lakh, and for the first 7 days you can get it 1.55 lakh. Uh, this is with the 5,000 e-drive subsidy. So I think this price. So if you see this price and the scooter price that there is, so you can get the 5.3 kilowatt hour of a scooter or 9.1 kilowatt hour of bike at the same price. So so I personally don't think that Ola is going to make any money in the bike at these prices. But someone did point out that the scooter you get touchscreen and the whole range of function, which you don't get in the current variant of motorcycles yet. So that might be a factor, but
See,
I'm not sure if
thing
it
which
is that much of a big factor.
one thing which I think of is because in scooters they have got a lot of competition and even their market share was also falling badly, right? So with motorcycle they want to probably come with a bang with the right price. So because there's hardly any competition in that space, right?
I mean, yeah,
Price, so
the
price is
price is
fine with the roadster bikes. The price are fine. What do you say?
no,
Oh,
I'm not a
it
bike
is
guy.
the
awesome. It is not
the
fine. It
price
is
are not just
awesome.
fine, they are best.
Yeah.
I didn't really expected these prices. So there's one more model, a Roadster X. So it gets three battery pack variant, 2.5, 3.5, and 4.5
These
kilowatt hours, and they are priced at 90,000, 1 lakh, and 1.1 lakh. So
their
the one
prices are ice killers.
So I mean, 4.5 kilowatt hour of battery pack at just 1.1 lakh. I didn't imagine anytime soon,
And that
and
is, and if you order in 1 week, that is just 94,000.
that is just
Again.
95,000. Yes.
Yes, yes, yes,
So
yes. If you ordered the first week one. So they look very promising. There are people who still want these kind of bikes. So I
yeah,
think
I mean,
there are.
No, isn't this this pricing like the same Mahindra did? The topic we are about to come.
No, no, no.
I think these are all eye-catching and marketing tactics, but they can't sustain these prices for a long. I think they
Yeah,
will
that is
increase
also right,
very
because
rapidly.
they are trying to create a market. Like there is I don't know, I am not a bike guy, so if you ask me to own, Bhavesh pointed a very good point. He told that my father didn't allowed me to get a bike because it was उस बाइक का impression थोड़ा अलग टाइप का था उस टाइम पे, and bikes are not easy to drive, the foot gears and all those things, so it's kind of automatic stuff. So maybe they want to create a market, and they have three models more to be launched. I think
yeah,
Roadster Pro, then Sportster. So there are two or three. They are making a proper.
Arrow, Arrowhead. Yeah, they are going to be sports bike as well. So
So
sports, sports,
three bikes are also, three more bikes are coming. So I
right.
still feel that the effort is fine, but how does it land? How the sales
So
go and other things? No idea.
in the
But
recent
everything looked good.
in the recent earning call, I think Bhavish said that they need to sell 50,000 monthly to be profitable. So they clearly are not profitable right now. And
So the 50,000 motorcycles.
EVs, he said, I think EVs.
Okay. Right.
Overall
So
EV
And
two
there
wheelers.
there was some interesting stuff about the charging of this bike.
so
I didn't.
I will come to that. Uh,
Yeah.
so I think, and that is a brilliant stuff they have done. Kudos to the team, to kudos to Bhavish. So Bhavish posted a video a day later. I replied that you should have done this, showed that in the event itself. What they have done, so you have a portable charger, two wheeler. So what the two wheeler companies do is they don't do onboard charger because it adds to the weight. So you generally get a portable off-board charger, so it gets heavy and you can't really carry it everywhere easily. So what they have done in motorcycle is they have integrated it under the seat, and it can work as a onboard charger as well as a off-board charger, however you want it. So when we first saw the video, we saw that okay, this image, the cable is only coming from the one side, only the socket side, the three pin plug side. We were like, okay, how is going to one put a into the port? How is port side charging going to work? So because the port is on the where the fuel tank is, the port is situated on the top. So what they have done is they have removed the port side cable from the charger, and they have directly put connection that the charger can slide into under the seat. So there's no port side cable in the portable charger. But I asked Bhavish that how would this work? So if you have to use at a outside as a portable charger, how would one do that? Because you don't want to open seats every time, right? If I just use my bike for
Right. Right.
if I just use my bike for city, I don't want to carry additional weight under the seat. I want to use it as a storage space. So I keep my charger at home. But how do I charge it? So there will be additional cable that you can attach to the other side, and that will connect to the port side. But if you want to use that onboard charger, you don't need any cable for that side. So I think this is a really brilliant solution, and they have integrated it.
Yes, you're
You
right.
don't need to carry a separate bag if you are going on a trip, etc. And I think the ultraviolet connector might see some use here, slight use, because you can just keep that, and okay, I'm in emergency, I need to use a type 2 charger, so your onboard charger is already there with the three pin plug socket. So I think this is really brilliant work they have done. I'm very happy
Yeah.
with it and excited to see this.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Like what they're doing is it's good. Roadster X and Roadster X Plus, they can be mainstream electric
Definitely, yeah.
bikes. There is
Yes.
no doubt about it. And so for the first time, I've liked both the presentation. There was no there was no, I think they were put to the point, and it was not, and he was giving respect to the other, I think the lady's name is Kripa. He was giving damn respect to the other person for the first time. I have seen his presentations. It's usually he's the only one who speaks. So
Yeah,
this both the events were really very good. Yes.
yeah. Dr. Neha has requested to join. Dr. Neha, if you want to ask any question.
Yeah, so I was wondering, like, I've been following Tesla since very long time, but I wonder when is it going to come in India? We
I
are all discussing about the EV markets and we have been excited about it since long, but I'm still wondering, like, when is it going to come in India?
so if you have been following us, we have been waiting since 2019, and some have booked in 2016. So,
Yeah,
so,
no, it's been
I think
really long and it's
so
there is
the,
a there, Nikhil, there is a meet between Elon Musk and our Prime Minister
yes,
when he's visiting on 12th of
on
February.
on 13th of February, I think they will be meeting in United States. So they are going to discuss some things. There was a
so
recent
that is
meet.
between Elon and Modi ji or Trump and Modi ji. I guess that's between
Elon.
Trump and Modi ji.
So there's a different meeting with CEOs. So,
Acha,
and as you might know, Elon is now a part of United States government. So he, Trump, and Modi might meet at the same time. You don't know.
right.
So, so
But I
and
really wonder if it's going to be a fruitful meeting where he has met him already, and I think
Yeah, but now the
yeah,
Elon
dynamics
really
are
has
different.
to.
Now the
there,
dynamics are different.
right.
There are a lot of duty and import tax cuts
Right,
across
right, right, right.
the kind of vehicles which are being imported from US. So we might see some hope soon.
Uh,
Yeah, but I think we have already reduced a lot of regulations for Elon. I think it's really a bet made
So
good
the
for
so
him right
Yep.
now.
So
they,
that
they.
notified EV policy has no takers currently. So
So
it
see
was
that.
tailored. It was made for Tesla, but they didn't responded. No idea why.
See, there was a recent meeting regarding that. So what the all automakers were again invited for the final before the policy has not yet been implemented. They haven't opened the policies. They have showed the policy, but it hasn't been implemented.
Now they want to extend it to everyone whosoever is present still. अगर कोई अभी पहले से इंडिया में है तो उसको भी अब देने को तैयार है
So
मतलब it's not like
what happened is that there was a report that Tesla had issue on the way they were calculating the uh, domestic procurement and the timeline they were giving. There was some issue regarding that. Tesla infrastructure sector, there were some issues. So I'm not sure what happened in that meeting. There were no news about it, and at this point we can just hope that.
No, 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 Nikhil, see, with these big policy decisions, now usually there is a very big lobbying, and even for Indian government, there was a lot of pressure from the previous US administration as well. So I think with the recent notification in the tax budget that even the components custom duties are even going to be taken down. They have already, said that. So I think this is on the lines that I think Tesla will see first Tesla officially being sold in India this year by this
So
year
see,
end, and
I
hopefully.
will tell you one thing that Tesla has been hiring employees. I saw some employees being hired in previous few months. They are
Oh,
mostly at the supply side chain. So Tesla is increasing the sourcing, I think, from India, and there are some software employees also in India. So it's not totally silent, but on the sales side, I'm not sure what's happening.
okay.
Yeah,
Because
but
really,
there are definite.
Elon,
so one thing
particularly,
is
I want
so
Elon to be
one thing
answering
is
a lot of questions when he comes in India because he has really kept people waiting. And it's not really good on Indians' part to be waiting for that long.
so we have been so we have been discussing this that why they have not come to India, discussing this a long time. We used to say that they already have so many orders, so our market is not uh, they would not be able
So
to fulfill the
I think,
orders. We used
I
to think
think
like
why
that,
the
yes.
chances are increasing is
Then
that,
then we then we no, no,
yeah,
Nikhil, then we thought that okay that they
Dr.
should
Sab,
start
you are
making
not
it in
audible
the
to me.
CBU maybe
Yeah,
2000
you're not
units. So
audible.
So, yeah,
hello.
Dr. Sab, your voice is not
So
audible clearly.
so now hello.
Yeah,
it's audible now.
Yes.
Yeah, it's audible now. Please,
Yeah.
please continue,
So so
doctor.
basic so we used to say that Tesla should arrive in India. So initially, the Nikhil and we used to discuss that they are not coming because they probably come with the gigafactory and all those things. So that time went away. So then we thought that okay, now they're not coming, so they should come with a CBU plan. They can at least assemble
I mean,
cars here.
we
So then that also
we
went away.
we
That
we
also
wrote
went
like
away
three articles on the way they can come.
so many times. Like they
No,
with the
actually, no,
cost
that
also,
theory should be
like they
forwarded
should with
to
the cost.
Elon.
And
Come on the other way.
Dr. Sab, your voice is really
But
breaking up
but
again.
yeah, so only so I think now it's audible, right? So only thing which is gone, which I still feel that it's been a negative on Tesla side, that they have almost conceded the premium EV space to other players.
Right,
Right.
So
yeah.
India would be the
Exactly.
India
That.
would be the only country where India is probably the only country where the premium EV market has been given at a platter to the legacy OEMs.
Definitely.
Worldwide, it is different.
I
So
mean,
we still feel they should
even
come.
if Tesla comes today, it's going to outsell all of them because they are selling what like four or
Yeah, yeah.
five 500 something per month combined all. So it
So the premium EV share is 8% currently. So that's four times the average EV share in India.
yeah. See, so there's one more Tesla model coming in the second half, and there's absolutely no leaks on that whatsoever. It's so secretive. They are going to launch a compact version in the second half of the year, and no one has any information on that. So I think that coming in the market might increase chances of their entry in India. And again, we can only hope at this point. I'm not going to guess anymore.
And I seriously tell you, it is the similar thing when we used to say that Apple has no store in India, no official
Right,
store,
right.
and eventually
Yeah.
came. So the similar thing will happen with Tesla also. They eventually will
Oh,
come.
I mean, they have to eventually, but that van question has been bothering me by now, like it's 6 years now. So,
No, no, Nikhil, your prayers will be answered. I think very soon this year.
uh,
I think by
Let's hope
Q3
so.
only. Yeah. By Q3 we'll see the first sale of Tesla.
let's hope.
Because the later Tesla does, the later it does it, the more it's going to lose in its market. So that is going to be a disadvantage, and it has to be understood very well.
And another thing
Not
I
only
will
that,
again
it has
point,
to first answer the customers, those have been waiting, but
yeah,
it also
absolutely
is
true.
going to lose the market.
I
And another point is what I always feel is I've been like I have doctor friends who have high-end cars like Audis and all those premium brands, German brands. Once uh, there is a certain kind of fixation for them with the designs and the interiors of the car.
right.
So a lot of my friends have seen Tesla in US and they probably don't like it. So it has to be the young population who have never owned that premium kind of vehicle, the Germans like those Audis and those kind of things. They will just jump onto Teslas. So so they should arrive in India. There is no argument about it. Now Nikhil has to write another open letter, which he can pass it to our Prime Minister, and then he
Nikhil,
can
go
give to
for it.
anyone.
I'm writing two open
Maybe,
letters now.
Doctor Saab, before that, maybe we file a petition to the Prime Minister of India that Nikhil should travel on board as a representative of the EV community on board to
I don't
onto
know.
Bharat Force One.
I I
You're very
should be
lucky.
India.
Oh, definitely. Because I'll tell you just an example. My senior here, she just went through a lot of cars that she had to buy. And she has just now purchased an MG Hector.
Okay.
So, with all those options, Tesla was not even an option there to choose from.
Right, right. I mean, yeah.
So, it's just completely losing out the options also here.
So
And it is again losing the market.
so my friend Arun, with whom I do this club thing, he has replied that this year for sure. And Elon
Right, right,
replied
right.
us next year for sure back in 2020. So
Yeah, I think he's currently just taken up a lot by the Doge community, and I don't know what is he even doing there.
Uh,
Every other day he says that there are some cuts that he's doing, but I still would want America to be for all the world and not just stand for America. So it's what it's doing.
I mean, it's
No, no, and madam,
Doge is
one more thing, madam, is that Elon abruptly cancelled his India visit and meeting with the government. That was due to
exactly.
probably due to the lobbying in US that Trump is going to come. So I think he has waited very strategically to negotiate a very good deal with the government of India because he was
No, I really do
unsuccessful
not
in the
have any
previous
idea
attempts.
of what was going on the inside, but it was very much talk that he is going to come. And
yes.
the talks were very much hyped also that it is going to happen now and then.
See
But it
what
just
So,
suddenly
madam,
got
that is the reason
cancelled
I'm saying
because
he will now. That is the reason I'm saying he will now come up with the biggest guns
Sa-
of negotiation.
Sagar, what happened
no, but
during that
I
time
was
was
wondering that I was shocked with this thing that how could it just be cancelled when all of these things were arranged.
see
And I really had not thought that it would be possible, but it still got cancelled, and it was cancelling on a major level. So I think Indian markets have to be taken more seriously, and I think Elon has to be realizing that part, and we have to do that.
so I Sagar, what I would explain it. What happened that there was Elon did some layoffs at that point, and the key person that was leading the India efforts, he left a few days later also, and that time coincided with exactly 2 or 3 days
Oh man, what
before.
will he do anyways?
So 2 or 3 days before the visit was to be planned. So I think that was a major factor in the cancel of the visit. And because yes, the plans were solid and all, we knew he was going to come, the dates and all. But that was the layoffs were a big factor that affected whole thing. The Tesla restructuring was going on, so I think he decided not to come at that point.
No, no, Nikhil, layoffs is fine. That is fine. But his previous attempt, if we analyze last 3 years, his previous attempts to negotiate with the Indian government, they failed miserably. So I
No,
think now
if
with the strong
if
lobby
if
of
if you look at the EV policy came, so Tesla was a big part of it, and they were happy. They were happy. They were excited to work on it. I can't tell you any much more, but they were excited that yes, finally something is here. But that
Yeah, because India is already running so much behind the world on this fact that India still doesn't have one Tesla here. And I think it's really, putting India on the behind scene there, which it should not, which it is not even standing on the grounds like that. Like India has always been on the forefront in promoting Tesla and encouraging Tesla everywhere. So India, the position that it has got right now is not really deserving. It doesn't fit the scene somewhere.
definitely. Yeah.
Actually, in automotive sector, our dynamics are entirely different
And
than the world.
I think
So,
Ford and Chevy leaving didn't leave a good impression either.
no, actually, Nikhil, if you take history, none of the American brands have worked
Yeah,
in India. Uh, that's a bad history because our fixation towards cars is kind of a different thing. The price bracket which we have those models, not every manufacturer can sustain those kind of numbers.
and
So
no,
Yeah,
no,
Tesla,
that
true.
is why Dr. Saab I
yeah,
said the policies, the taxes, it doesn't meet the
no, no,
expectation
Nikhil,
that
no,
Elon
no,
Musk
Sagar,
is coming up with.
even if it is about Texan and all those things, look, Tesla, if they wanted to come in India, they could have come it with a gigafactory because their how they work is a gigafactory, then they export it from that particular country to other countries. So that probably model was not working in India because they already had in China and all other countries, so they already had gigafactories. So that wouldn't have worked. And the price which they had to market their product, that was a premium end segment. In premium end segment, India sells around 20,000 cars in a year. So we
Yeah.
have to look upon that. Either Tesla comes in India with that 20,000 or $25,000 car, right? So probably whosoever your doctor friend got MG Hector, he wouldn't have got a Tesla because that would have been in the premium segment. So there are pitfalls we have to say, but yes, we will want that every technology should come in India. Like we always used to say, why India didn't had an Apple owned store. Eventually it came. Eventually Tesla will also come. But how it comes, when it comes, how what would be the
Yeah,
No,
framework?
exactly.
that is what I think Elon Musk is in a very great position now in terms of power and negotiation. That he can negotiate a great deal along with Trump, who is already so aggressive in his body language.
Yeah, I think Elon really has to be sensitive towards the world desires right now and not just America. And he has to be made more aware that a company like Tesla, if is running, it's completely standing on its own different values and core values. If he's putting that kind of energy and the kind of work horses behind it, it really has to be catering to the whole world and not just to a few pockets. And it is really
Yeah, but now
promoting the idea of
considering
sustainability in a way that all other companies and all other cars are all getting shadowed over by it. So that does not mean that India has to be left
considering
behind in that part.
considering Trump's politics and all those things, like
Politics can't
he
even
gave
be
away the
entertained
click.
into this area. I think completely Tesla is a whole different game.
No, no, no. It's not about that. If you have to see the sustainability kind of things, he's gone back from the Paris Climate Agreement, and a lot of things he's turned back. Yes, Elon is with him. You never know what happens in future, but still, the politics now in America with now would sustain is it would be America first always now. They are not they will not bother what is happening in the world. It's like bhai hamara kya hoga bas. So it's
Yeah,
already
but
a
they can't
begun.
even
So
have that kind of mentality all the time because they are anyways handling the currency in a way, and they are getting brains from all over the world. So it has to be really America for the world and not just America for itself.
I
It can't
th-
be
I think this
continuing with that mentality further.
I think this is more of a politics kind. First, he's saying America first, and we are not going to care about anything because I think Trump does care about what other countries think of. He wants American power, etc. So it's a more of a political slogan kind of thing, and they are not going to just give away their
yeah,
position.
that's how it goes. That how it goes.
But that is
Apne
not
for
how it
us,
should be. Like it has to be much more bigger than what it is already. And India can't be left behind in that part because India is in the forefront of it.
So you
India
guys,
is India, if at all is to be considered, it should be considered like the parent country here. And probably America can be considered as a treasurer of it in the future.
so
so you can just juxtapose as the reverse kind of thing. So if we are thinking what India should be, and the reverse would be the Americans would be thinking that that should be with us. So
No, but that is
it's
not
always
how
both
the
ways,
future is going to be because it really has to be bothered about the sensibilities of all the countries. It cannot be overshadowing and
No, no,
overpowering
madam,
every
madam,
other
you
country.
are absolutely right that they should. But madam, see the geopolitics, how it's going on there. So now Trump has come on a role that he will put America first. He doesn't want to negotiate. So that way, I don't think so. They will create a special case for India
Yeah,
for
put
Tesla entry.
America first,
They
but
will
then
negotiate very
do
hard.
it in a way that it comes really handy for all over the world and not just for
I
America only
I
because it's
I
not going to work for us.
I think we are deviating from the topic now.
Yeah. So we would so we can just have a consensus that Tesla should come in
Yes,
India,
yeah.
and when it comes, let's see. We can pool in to buy a Tesla together. 15 people are there, so we 15 can pool in for a Tesla,
Yeah,
right? So now we go
absolutely.
to the Mahindra prices.
Yeah. Okay.
So Mahindra prices now, Nikhil.
Yes, Mahindra Prices now. Let's come to our Desi that is trying to be Tesla.
No, because I
Uh,
really somehow think that Mahindra uncle has also been very kind enough to Tesla and Elon because he is also leveraging kind of his own market for Tesla because he understands what kind of values that it is going to bring and what kind of technologies is going to be brought. But it really has to be appreciated by the American people and companies properly by Elon first. I think he really has to have some attention here, seriously given.
we can all agree on that. Yeah.
Yeah, rather than just considering India as a part that it is just not accepting it, and it is not, it is really doing a lot on its part which it should not be doing as such, and it has to be understood.
Uh, yeah, that's I think that's a different part rather than the EV that we are talking
Yeah,
about here.
the roses have been laid, the everything has been done, but it still has not happened what it should have happened.
Yeah, we
Uh,
absolutely agree on that part that they should have been here by now, and we
I
can
really
think
think
that.
that, and honestly, I really am bothered about Elon. Like, how is he even going to answer the customers? Because the customers are really fans of the technology and Tesla particularly. So it is not going to be an easy part for him to, even come back and then answer, and even beginning with the answering part of it. Let alone keep the people waiting, be it premium section or not.
I
And he himself is a part that is wanting it to be not just for the premium section.
No, no, madam. This meeting between Elon Musk and Modi will hear a very positive news for our aspirations of Tesla into India. Let us hope
Yes,
for that.
Yeah,
That's the last.
I think for now we should move from this topic. But yes, we will put some more effort on this. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
absolutely, absolutely. I
Moving
think we should
on.
have meetings often, and we should be trying to make it even more aggressive here on the India's part, because I think it should be heard. I don't know where is his attention these days, honestly.
Uh,
I think we have put the right man on a job, so there is no problem with that. So let's focus on Mahindra prices now, Nikhil.
so yeah. Okay. Moving on to Mahindra now. So
All right,
Mahindra
guys, take
has.
care. Thank you.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you.
So yes, Mahindra BE6. Yes, yeah. So it will come in the five variants. Uh, we knew about four. There's a one surprising. The first one is Pack One. I think this naming is absolutely messed up. Naming these Pack One, Pack Two when they are the same battery pack capacity. Not a fan. But yes, whatever. So the base one is called Pack One, 59 kilowatt hour B6E6. It is going to come at 18.9 lakh. There's another one, Pack One above. You are going to get slightly more features. The battery pack is same, 59, 20.5 lakh. Then there's Pack 2. You get some more features, 21.9 lakh. Then there is Pack 3 Select. You get even more features, 24.5 lakh. Then there's Pack 3. You get a different battery pack version, 79 kilowatt hour, 26.9 lakh. So absolute mess of a naming, absolute mess of whatever they did. Not a fan, but yes. So naming it, you get 59 kilowatt hour battery pack in all three variants, 79 kilowatt hour only in the top one. I think they should bring that to pack two version as well. So the prices, as you can see, range from 18.9 lakh to 26.9 lakh. I think the top one is going to cross 30 lakh plus on road with the insurance or the other stuff. And XEV9E, it gets four variant. It's much more simpler. The above one you won't get. You get pack one, 21.9 lakh, pack two, 24.9 lakh, pack 3 select, 27.9 lakh. All these had 59 kilowatt hour battery. The 79 kilowatt hour one is 30.5 lakh. We knew that earlier also. But but Mahindra is also mandating additional 50,000 or 75,000 rupees for a 7 or 11 kilowatt charger. This is not an option. The only option is you can get is either to get a 7 one or a 11 one. And I think it is bit misleading the way they have done it. They are adding it to the ex showroom price. So if you are paying road tax, they are essentially increasing your taxes without any issue, without any reason. This wall charger should be added as an accessory outside of the X showroom, but they are adding it to the X showroom, and this is absolutely wrong. First point, absolutely wrong, is they are mandating it because many people do not want a 7 or 11 kilowatt charger. Many are already EV owner who have their home charging setup done. Second is they are adding it to the X showroom prices, which are absolutely wrong. So if anyone from Mahindra accidentally is listening to this, please have a serious look into this. And people are not a fan of this because someone texted me that he paid for an unofficial booking, but the dealer is saying that he would have to pay for the charger too. So the pack one, that is 79 kilowatt hour version, its daily deliveries are going to start in March, mid March, yes. And other one you are going to start getting in the July and August. So, Dr. Saab, you start.
Sir, we used to go in our schools, back then we used to be unit test like timetable कि मार्च में ये यूनिट टेस्ट होगा, जुलाई में ये यूनिट टेस्ट होगा, अगस्त में यूनिट टेस्ट होगा. So I was just thinking that it's perfectly like that. Mid March, June, July, August,
I
right?
mean, it makes sense
So
company wise to push out the top variant first. That is fine. I'm not, I don't have issues with the delivery timeline. That's how it worked with the EVs. Uh,
no, it's just I look Mahindra, whether they give it in March, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, the car should be with the full quality
right.
control. That is what we want. We do not want any negativity coming with Mahindra once these cars are on road. So that is fine. Every OEM, like we are here, we are in our cozy rooms, speaking our minds, so they might have done these things to कुछ सोच समझ के किया होगा ना, जैसे बोलते हैं ना, तो so whatever they must have planned with full backing up. So not getting into that, but yes, prices, I still feel that BE6 prices are way off. XEV9E prices are kind of fine, especially with the pack 2 and pack 3 select of XEV9E. So pack 3 becomes expensive for me. Not like Mahindra is a 30 lakh car कि Mahindra के brand में मैं 30 लाख की गाड़ी नहीं ले सकता. Nothing like that. But personally, uh, I went with my doctor friends who own German products, premium products. Some of them have just not liked the vehicles. They're still not convinced with the quality and all those things. So for me, XEV9 makes more sense, and the pricing is near perfect for me. With the 59 kilowatt hour battery pack, yes, I agree with you that 79 should have been offered more often. Or what they would have done is BE6 they should have launched with 59, XEV they should have launched with 79. That would have been more sensible, considering the car length and all those things.
Absolutely
But
agree.
as I
I
said,
think all
as
these
I said that
four-wheeler OEMs are
Mahindra.
making mistake of putting too many variants. Don't do that. Simplify
Exactly.
it.
So it made perfect sense. BE6 59 and those BE6 prices should have been near to curve except for the top model, and XEV9 with 79 they could have really done it very well. But yes, anyway, 59 kilowatt will still give you a 400 kilometers of range. So I have no issues with that. So it is like that.
Sagar?
Yeah. Nikhil, I think the first thing I would say, there are too many packs on a Saturday from Mahindra that we are discussing. So yeah, for a Saturday, these many packs I didn't expect. I think the three packs were perfectly fine.
Right.
But the above and select, I think yeah, it's good for value offering. But as Dr. Saab said, I think they are missing a point with the curve and the other cars in the segment like BYD and everything.
I mean, they are better than BYD, but just the options are a bit too many. It can be confusing a little bit.
Considering the charger one, which you said that AC charger one, I had posted yesterday
Yes.
also, and so I talked to three or four Mahindra showroom guys. Nobody had any clarity. I जो उनके मतलब the people who they got trained in their Mahindra plant, they have no idea about the service pattern. What would be the service?
Uh,
How the service schedules are. Like yes, in EVs there is lesser parts to be serviced, that is right, but still there might be schedules of service, so they have no idea about that.
and
So I asked that where is the owner's manual. So they didn't have that also. And
and
other thing is this AC charging. I asked them again and again. It called three or four ones in
uh,
Punjab. So nobody had any answer. That 7.2 wala kahan pe bill hoga
mhm.
ye wo. And even I asked them that please kindly check the billing which you have got the test drive car. It would have that kind of information, but they had no idea. And this AC wall charger stuff with all OEMs is really baffling. There is no consistency. I made a post today
I
and put a
mean,
video also.
at least
Uh,
in Tata, you can get it without it. There is a variant without it.
no, no, in Tata again there is no consistency. Curve you get 7.2 with all models. In Punch your 7.2 is added with the ex-showroom price.
Yeah.
Tiago and your in Tiago you can buy it as an accessory which doesn't goes into the ex-showroom.
It shouldn't go into ex-showroom. I
Hyundai
mean,
guys
why it is
again,
going to into ex-showroom?
it should never go into ex-showroom. The 11 kilowatt one, the Hyundai wala, it is also again adding into ex-showroom. BYD is another level. BYD is selling the AC wall box charger free, but they're not free. It's with the cost of the car.
Yeah, yeah.
But their portable charger you have to buy it, giving 25,000
That's
rupees.
that's
I that's another exception. So now MG guys, what they are doing, they are offering Venture EV and ZS EV top variants with 7.2 box. Otherwise, you can buy the 7.2, but it says an accessory. So it should be as an accessory. I don't know why why there is no consistency about
I
it.
mean, the portable charger should be with car. It should come with car. And the wall charger, I mean, why do you even mention the wall charger? We are going to install or whatever. Just, I mean, I
Absolutely
just
right.
don't mention it at all. That you can say that, yes, we will help with the installation if you need help, but you can buy it as extra if you need it. Otherwise, just if you have the setup, if you don't know it, just it's fine. But yeah, it's a messed up space, and so I tagged Anand and Boss Pratap in this matter, and I Boss Pratap untagged himself. So that was funny thing. But I mean,
So
you have to
the only thing
you
in the
have to
prices.
listen to the issues if you are going to listen to our praises.
Yeah, you are absolutely right. No, look, they've made capable cars. There is no doubt
Definitely.
about it. They have tried to give us everything in what you can expect in automobile, right? So credit to them, and we are just giving the feedback. Like no, with the because there might have been some feedback from the Mahindra guys. That is why Pack One above and Pack Three Select has come.
So
They have come with a
I
feedback, right? So there might have been some
I,
feedback to
I so
them.
as I made it in the previous podcast, is the feature difference between pack 3 and pack 1 was too wide, right? Because pack 3 almost seemed like a basic stuff. You don't get 360-degree camera, you don't get live view, etc., etc. You weren't getting OR IRVM. So the difference was a bit too wide, and I think they have worked on that. But
No, no, Nikhil. The 360-degree camera starts from Pack 3
yes,
Select, right,
only
Simon?
in pack 3.
Yes, yes,
Not
that's right.
available
That's
Yes,
below
right.
that.
pack
That's right.
3.
That's right.
So
I still feel that XCV 9e, Pack 3 Select, and Pack 2, they are really perfect. Like Pack 3 Select is at 27.90. It's a superbly priced the vehicle. And if you can live with that without that 360-degree camera, Pack 2 one is really value for money in XCV 9e as well as in
I
BE
think
also.
prices are fine for the, seeing how internationally things work with the EVs and the features and the battery pack they have provided. Prices are fine. Just the, the with and the pack one, pack two. I keep messing up whether it is the pack one variant or the pack they are talking about battery capacity size.
No, 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 no. But Doctor Saab, would you agree with me that BE6 Pack 3 is was overpriced?
Yes, yes, absolutely. I will not buy B3 Pack 3. I would rather buy a Pack 2 XCV9 or a Pack 3 X. I would save like I will if I am buying a B6 at 27, why not buy a Pack 3 Select at 27.90? The 9E one. That makes more sense.
But you get a 20 kilowatt hour less battery.
That is not a problem.
I mean, if you are considering.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
considering that
But
because both will give 400 kilometer of range and 59. 59 battery pack is enough, in my opinion. Like
I mean, people want 1,000 kilometer and no break and 2 minutes charging and all. But yeah, so
right, right. I agree. I think someone posted somebody had commented this like yes, you can drive for 1,000 kilometers without a break. Someone had commented. I
yeah,
forgot.
obviously, I mean, if you're keeping bottles inside and stuff, why not? And there's nothing on the vehicle warranty, usual vehicle warranty, not the battery warranty. I couldn't find anything.
I don't know why manufacturers look. You have got the products to the dealership. They are available for test drive. These questions are obvious. What will be the warranty? Okay, we got the battery warranty, fine. Vehicle warranty, what's the service schedule? How if how things work, 7.2 or 11 kilowatt charger,
And
which you
I'm
are
not a fan of just battery warranty. Give the powertrain warranty. This battery warranty is different. The DC-DC warranty is inverter is different. The motor warranty is then is different. If you have looked into the BYD stuff, give powertrain warranty if you are giving it, not just battery warranty.
right,
The
you're right,
battery,
you're right.
the battery warranty shouldn't be separated. The powertrain warranty should be, as together. The way Tesla does and many others do. Battery warranty is different. And it's a messed up stuff in the warranty. And with the lifetime warranty, it's I still like what are going to the limits, what are going to be, some terms and conditions.
I think that lifetime warranty would be if I am owning a vehicle, it should be for 15 years only, until that RC will last. Or maybe they're 10,000 kilometers, they would do a cap or something.
Mm,
Sorry, not 10,000, 10 lakh. Sorry.
mm.
Maybe those kind of prints will come in near future once we are nearer to the launch, right?
I mean, launch has already happened. They are now planning deliveries.
And there are reviews coming. Haven't they given any vehicle to someone for a range test? I have not seen.
I didn't-
Sagar, if you've seen some range test,
no.
No, no, Dr. Saab, I think the software still is in beta version for the test drive cars. So they haven't yet, I think, flashed. The recent news 2 days back I got is they are about to come in the next week for all the test drives. Team is coming from the plants and they're going to flash the production version software for the
Why
EVs.
why do the team need to come from plant for the software flash?
No, no, there is some hardware calibration that is to be done. That is what I heard.
Okay. I hope they have true OT updates. I don't. That would be a big disappointment if it were.
They do have Nikhil, but for this test drive cars, I think there are some changes to be done.
Okay. So, Dr. Sab, you also
so
drove the Creta Electric recently. Yeah.
yes.
So, I mean, give your views on that.
So basically, Creta is like it is. I think it's the most hated car in the EV groups. Currently because of all that NMC and all those
NM,
things.
and
But
NMC is fine.
to be honest, from the launch till this date, I have got more queries about Creta Electric rather than any other vehicle. I would be just truthful in that. Uh, in terms of someone who is just coming from ICE to EV, it does everything fine. It looks like an ICE car, right? It looks like the Creta, this one, the petrol or diesel one. There is hardly much of a difference. The interiors are superb. Uh, I still feel the steering and all those feel it is far better than what the steering feels of BEVs are. So people who are seeing Creta, they're loving the interiors. They're loving the sorted software, which everyone is, which we also say that Hyundai's got a sorted software. And the other day, one of our electric group members was literally saying that a sorted software is a right, and it is the duty of the manufacturer to provide that software. So I kind of
That
agree
would
with him.
definitely.
So the car drives well, all the region implementation, everything is really fine. It is not the acceleration and everything is very linear, and you don't feel that you are coming into something which will just blow away your mind, like in the BEVs. You don't have to tune yourself to say that I'm driving a Creta Electric.
So,
It drives fine.
have you driven a curve as well? So,
Yes,
how
yes, I have
would you
driven.
compare the driving dynamic of both? Because someone I know in our Telegram who commented that he took a test drive of Creta, and before test driving, he said that he couldn't say that Creta is more value for money, but after driving it, he feels that it is more smooth than the curve, and everything is just smoother than anything.
No, no, I both drive well. I would say that Curve has got a better suspension than Creta. So there is no problem in that
Okay.
scenario. Both cars drive well, yeah. So there was not a problem. So what I say is that Creta Electric would feel it's like a no fuss kind of an electric vehicle for someone who just wants to drive an electric vehicle, who doesn't want like so many details, like what is the consumption and all those things. It's very basic kind of a car. So for that customer, it will work because the interiors and all those things are really very well. So interior quality and everything is really superb. It's not like that it misses something. What Hyundai has done is they want to sell this car as per their as per like they're testing their product strength. How does Creta works? Like it's got a good legacy in the ice in the ice sector. So they just want to replicate it in the EV. And even if they sell around 1500 to or 2000 1500 units a month, that would be fine for them. Still feel that it can still do well. Only thing they should have done is they should have covered that battery pack. Side say they should have given that kind of a cladding, which could have just uh, omitted that the battery which we see from the sides. They could have worked on the cladding. Why did it didn't do? No.
Dr. Sab, I'm
Yeah,
not, you're not audible.
yeah. So my earpod fell away. So
Okay.
basically, what
So
I was
I was
trying to
saying,
say was that visible battery pack has really given them a bad press. If they would have covered it from the side with the cladding, that could have done well for them. No idea why they didn't do. Even if you see the
I mean,
BEVs, even if you see the
why?
BEVs, you can see that battery
Yeah.
pack from the bottom, but they have concealed it very well. So
I
that's
mean, you
that's
can see the battery pack in every EV, but in the Creta, it doesn't seem to be like a skateboard thing. It's like it's a aftermarket placement to bit of like.
yeah, you can say that it is hanging from that chassis.
Yes,
It looks
and
like that. Yes.
the optics of that, as Akhil mentioned in our previous spaces, that optics of that is a issue. And
Yes.
someone yesterday, Delta something, he made a post that 200
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
without the battery. So I haven't seen officially figure anywhere. The ground clearance, I'm not sure on the Creta yet.
So what cleverly Hyundai has done is they've omitted that GC section in the specifications of the Creta Electric brochure. So they've not mentioned any ground clearance.
No, that is the reason, Doctor Saab. That is the reason. I think on ground ground clearance will be a bit problematic because the battery pack is even visible in MG EV. So that is not the issue, but it is very well contained.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
does not seem to be more prominent. It seems more prominent in
yeah.
Creta, I think.
Because the thing is that they look in Hyundai brochure they have not mentioned any ground clearance. Maybe they mentioned in the presentation. We have to see. I will just see the live presentation which they had.
That is the
That
reason.
we will see where it is, and
I think
it
Hyundai
should be
didn't even
it
mention the
still
weight.
it should be it still should be 180 to 185. I think the unladen ground clearance, not the laden one. So it should be around 180 at least.
That would still be fine. I was just saying that if someone looks at it, यार नीचे से लगेगी तो क्या होगा? So
Hmm.
that's because the some places I have traveled, what in the village and stuff, what people do, that they put the electricity pole as a speed breaker. So, and your car is going to hit every time, literally every time. There's no other way unless you have a high SUV like Scorpio. So I was looking
You're
from that
bang
point.
on. You see, I am living with the Kona, which has got I think 170 kind of ground clearance. And whenever there is a
Right.
hump, whenever there is a speed breaker or a hump, my heart just sinks. कि भाई लग गई ये तो भाई. And most of the
Yeah.
time, there have been incidences where it has scraped, but touch wood, there's nothing has happened to the battery and those things. But
I
yes,
mean,
you're
it's nothing should happen to the battery with such small cases. But when it's hanging like that, and you think that okay, so something is going to hit from below, what would happen? So that optics is still issue from, because many people have mentioned, texted me about the ground clearance thing,
no,
not just one.
once you see the vehicle, that's the first thing you see in the from the side on. Once you're side on,
Right.
you just see the battery. It's the similar thing when we used to see that orange hanging wires of Nexon. So it's a similar kind of thing.
And one more thing, Doctor Saab, one more thing. The class of Creta fans, Creta buyers. they are very fixated on this part because they see all these things very practically, and once they see such a battery pack hanging such low, they think, I think they would be skeptical about these things even for
And
Creta.
they should add a cladding so that it is not visible. There is no doubt about it. So I just don't know why. How could somebody pass this kind of a design? You know, no
And
idea.
especially Hyundai, if it was Tata or Citroen, I would okay, yeah. But I didn't expect it from Hyundai, who has made such
And we
great
have seen
EVs.
those Korean people with that XUV 400. XUV 400 has got a complete cover. There is, you just can't see the battery. It's really very well done in that aspect. So, but otherwise, yes, Creta is for those people who just want to buy an EV just from a manufacturer who will give you a sorted software, superb interiors, and good connectivity and all those things. Because it is doing the most of the things as a car fine. Yes, if you go to the finer prints, you still feel that Curve is a better buy than Creta Electric any day.
Okay.
100%,
But
100%.
I think Creta has given us quite a lot of mood swings from the day they launched and to the test drive still now. Uh, because first it was about charging, and then it was about prices, and then about the battery pack hanging, and then people are driving. Yeah, it's a fine normal vehicle. So the
yeah,
mood
so
swings
yeah,
on
no, you are very right. If someone who is really fixated about EVs and the features, he will literally pick Curve any day. You get electric tailgate, you get all those features, you get a 5-star rating also, and you get a 400 kilometer of range in Curve, and you probably will get 400 in Creta EV also. But the question is how much you want to compromise. Like if I am buying to those friends who I showed yesterday, my uncle who is a retired DIG, so he went to see iX1 BMW and then he went to see the BYD 7. And I had asked him to please look at the Mahindra vehicles also. He just didn't like those vehicles. So people have different kind of perception. Like he didn't like those glossy things. Uh, he was like, the steering is like that. Every time I'm pressing some button, the horn is pressing. Those kind of ergonomical issues. So probably Curve suffered because it was too familiar with Nixon. If the
right, right.
interiors were different, it could have done really very well. I don't find any flaw in Curve except for the rear space. Well, it's a perfect car. The price which they are offering, 55 kilowatt battery, like
I mean, it's absolutely good one.
it's a good product. Maybe Tata should learn because their designs are becoming so monotonous. Every car is looking like the same steering you are getting in Tiago EV, the same steering you are getting in Tata Curve. So how would
Sometimes if the vehicle is on speed, I can't sometimes tell whether it is going a punch EV or it is an action EV.
yeah, so I don't know. Maybe the designs have become so monotonous. They should look upon to it. You see, Mahindra, no car looks similar. Every car is different.
I I think what happened is that the Tata did when the Tata brought this new design, people liked it and they just let's do it everywhere.
But still, I don't know. Maybe because I don't see any problem with Curve and Nexon EV. Both like you have 5-star rating, you have that C75 range,
Right,
right?
right.
And you have got everything working for them. Probably they should just add lifetime warranty to the battery and then see how the sales go. They should just try it for some time. Like give lifetime warranty with all the Tata EVs. देखा जाएगा जो होगा. I'm like mm, then see the sales going up. Because people will just say that there's the HVC error or those kind of errors if they come.
Dr. Saab, they have to come now because the competition will make them
No,
come,
that is what I'm
Because
thinking.
see, with Harrier EV launch, they will have to come up with a lifetime
Exactly. This
warranty.
is if they come with a lifetime warranty, there is no problem. Everybody would run away with these cars because apart from the they look like same no and they look like same in a good way. But things get monotonous once I'm buying a 10 lakh Tiago, then I'm upgrading to a Nexon guy upgrading to Curve. The comment comes. The interiors are the same. It's like the same things. So there has to be a difference. Somebody is paying you 20 lakh above, somebody is paying you 12 lakh, 13 lakh. So there has to be a difference. That's why maybe Tata is now facing backlash in these sale numbers. Even the ICE numbers have got a little less. So no idea when they will just sort it out.
And that tech-wise interior, they just need to improve a bit, and the app and the software thing, this they need to work on.
Yeah, that's an added thing.
Because even today I was looking at, there were app outage on the Tata app, Tata Power app. So I mean the app thing is an issue.
Yeah, but
Let's see.
I think now with Tata Harrier, they are like they must be now thinking that we have to launch it not in a hurry. So they're not in any urgency, I think.
Yeah.
And it is coming in quarter. I think it is coming in quarter 1 of this year. It is
So
confirmed.
there was a recent interview of and the battery packs are going to be around 60 kilowatt hour and 75 kilowatt hour for the
Yes, that
Harrier.
is confirmed now. Mr. Anand has confirmed it.
Yes.
And both Mr. Anand and most Mr. Srivastava, they are again claiming it 500 kilometer, 500 kilometer, again and again, you know.
The C75 500. I think 500 kilometers from the 75 kilowatt hour one, it's perfectly reasonable. So that comes around 6.6 kilometer per kilowatt hour. So that should be doable.
Yes, yes, you're right.
Yes. The 500 is, but what's going to the price? 26 lakh, 27 lakh. We
I think
don't
it
know.
should be, Sagar would agree, it should start above curve, right?
Oh, definitely.
And
Yeah.
it should not cross 30, in my
I
opinion.
mean, if the 60 kilowatt hour version starts at 20.5, it's absolutely fine.
That is far, far.
No, that will eat into curb,
20s,
Nikhil. That
20s,
that wouldn't be the
20s,
case.
Nikhil, it's asking like you're asking my kidneys. It's like
No,
that.
no,
Yeah, it's
the,
a
the
suicide.
base
It's a
the
suicide.
base version without the features and stuff. Because yeah,
No, no. I think the logical would be 22, 23 to
I
31.
still feel that it would start about 23, 24. 23, 24 से नीचे तो नहीं आने वाली.
I mean for 60 kilowatt version, yeah, I don't. I mean, because they really have margin on EVs. I will tell you that. They
No,
I
you are right that way. But
maybe more than ICE. They have margins on EV. They can cut price a lot, especially because of the battery. And yeah, so
No, no, but look at the segment of that car, Nikhil. That would be a self goal, I think. If they price it at 20 for Harrier EV, that will kill the product itself for the itself as a brand.
I mean, what they can do is they can drop the curve prices by 1.5 lakh and start at 21 for the Harrier.
curve is already dropped. You can get discount of 40 to
Oh, I
80,000
mean, yeah,
easily.
yes, yes. Because with the
But
Creta coming, I
considering,
think
but
if
considering
they,
the
if yeah,
But considering the space which Mahindra has conceded to Tata by not launching XUV 700, they should just they should just kill that space. Mahindra missed the opportunity of not launching XUV 700. They should have launched XUV 700 along with no idea why they went this way. Maybe because the designs were so radical, they wanted people to accept the XEV designs, the BEV designs, because 700 would anyway sell any day. But this space is now vacant. People want that kind of an SUV. So Tata has a good opportunity to come into that space, and they can really do well if their price and their product is without any quality stuff, without any quality issues.
No, no, but Doctor Saab, do you think Mahindra really needs to bring the 700 after the 90 for that segment?
Mahindra already has it, so they will have to release it someday. They're sure we have seen the test mule, right? So
but wouldn't there be conflict between models because all are going to have about same battery pack, same size and price? There's going to be a lot of conflict.
that is why and that is the probable question, that how they will pitch XUV 700 now once they have
Yeah.
sold XEV 9E for now, considering everything. By August, they are launching pack one deliveries,
Yeah,
right?
right.
So
Yes.
we can expect that either XUV 700 EV would be shown in the World EV Day September event, or on the 2nd October, which they keep fix that event, which they keep fix it, which is almost like Mahindra keeps an event on 2nd October or 15th August. So maybe
You know,
by that
I'm with
time
Sagar. I just don't see the need for 700 EV now after 90.
there is a need for a Harrier rival. So that will come once the Harrier comes. So they will project it as a Harrier rival. Because someone will say that there is no need of Sierra, you already have a Harrier. So these things will happen with cars, you know. Um,
No, but tell me, Doctor Saab, who would go for a non-born EV platform in the same
no,
category
it
in
will
almost the
it will
same
come with a
price
Born EV.
segment?
It will come with
How
it
how
will
would you differentiate?
so it will come in an Inglo platform, no? It is not that conversion. The 600 will fix on the Inglo platform. There is no problem.
No, we're talking about Tata. Tata just are,
So
the
Tata is
still
coming with Active EV. Active is a dedicated EV platform. Mr. Anand is saying again and again in an interview with the auto car.
that that's a purely marketing, I would tell you, because they are still sharing it with the ICE.
No, ICE one they have named it something else.
And
Atlas.
name doesn't mean anything. Forget name. They
So
named the
look,
earlier one the name Gyptron and whatever.
Zeptron is now gone. There is no mention of Zeptron anywhere now.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just marketing. Acti EV, Acti EV Plus, etc., etc. All these are just marketing terms for me.
But still, Nikhil, it's not like that. And like if some brand is
No, Nikhil.
saying
Even I disagree with you, Nikhil. Active EV is a it's a they have clearly said it. It's a born EV platform.
because the
I will tell you the first Tata born EV is going to be a Vinya. Everything other there it still has ICE DNA in it.
so we can agree that it has got a 10% DNA of ICE and 90% of EV. I'm okay with that. Rather than the hanging battery pack, I'm okay with the active
I
platform.
by just seeing the battery pack of Harrier, I will tell you once they show me the picture.
No, we have seen the battery pack. The battery pack was very concealed. There is no problem. But that
No,
motor
not
which was
not concealed.
open,
I need to see the whole structure.
तो मैंने यार नीचे को उठ के देखा तो था फोटो नहीं खींच पाया मैं
नी, नी, नी,
वो
नी,
ठीक लग
नीचे
रहा था
नहीं वो नीचे से तो ठीक है फ्लैट ही दिखेगा फ्रॉम द अबव
ओके 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 we can just I think Tata has been always clear that generation 1 is ICE to EV conversion, generation 2 is active, and generation 3 would be skateboard, which is pretty much clear.
generation generation 1 is, yeah, you're absolutely right, ICE to EV. Generation 2 is ICE and EV, and generation 3 Avinya, that will be only EV.
Sagar, Nikhil will never agree on active because there are many people who don't agree that active is a EV platform. I agree with you that there are many people who just say that it is not a pure EV platform.
It
But
is not, even just by looking at that battery platform, no way in
we
that,
can say
that's
that it's
not.
not skateboard. We can say that it's not skateboard, but
Why?
it's.
Why? So why it is not skateboard? Because they have to get it with their ICE one.
I concede. I'm okay with that. Like
No,
No,
I'm
no, no, no,
okay
no.
with that
If
as
you
well.
go,
I'm
if
fine.
you
So
no, no,
that's
no,
not an
Doctor Saab,
issue.
Nikhil, I'll give you a differentiator. If you go into their Omega Arc, and if you see subsequently how the Active E was developed, so it is not the case. I think I completely disagree that it has a ice. If you see into the motor placements as well as the for the platform, the battery pack area, it is clearly defined that it's specially derived for the
so,
EVs.
I would still believe that active EV is a pure EV platform. Period. मजा आ रहा है सुनने में. ठीक है. मतलब उसके बाद once my dream is over, then it's A and B. I have no problem with that. So active
Yeah, yeah.
EV.
So when
So
you wake up,
probably,
you
so
can just
problem.
text
So
me.
look, Nikhil, probably there are only two cars which will be coming on Active EV. उसके बाद तो Active EV खत्म ही है ना. Sierra will come on Active EV.
Yes.
Harrier will come. What more? I don't think there is any other model planned. Maybe a Safari EV. That's it. Then it's Avenia, which will not be called as Tata Avenia. It would be Avenia, then
I
the
mean,
model
a
name.
separate brand.
Yes,
Yes.
it's below JLR, above Tata, and
So,
it will.
so that's the first one to get. So there's one more Altros. They are launching it for some reason.
So I don't know, maybe they would launch it or not, but yes, active platform, and maybe I think that interview I was making that notes for that interview to for a post which I will be posting tomorrow. So in that he told that we will be subsequently converting our ICE to active. Maybe Nexon would also get the active platform in near future.
Nexon isn't at TV. Are you saying?
Nexon is ICE to EV, na? Nexon is not active.
No, the Nexon 45 version.
No, no, it is not active.
No. They have just taken the software architecture of ActEV.
The
The
first
by
ActAV
platform, it is
product is
not there.
Punch, and the second ActAV product is Curve. Third would be Harrier, and
Uh,
probably maybe
in,
sorry, and then then Sierra, and maybe a Safari. That's it.
no.
ICE conversions were Tiago, Tigor, and Nexon, and they are expecting that Tiago and Nexon would also be done with active platform in near future.
So the updated Nexon has better cells than the Punchak TV, whatever. So, I mean, yeah.
So that's a good thing. Anything which is
Oh,
improving.
definitely. I hope they update the Punch now because it's needed with the better charging, especially.
I think yes, you are right that I think now the OEMs should get into that zone where tend to like Nexon 45 charging is very kind of acceptable timings. That should be the base for every car in India. Nexon 45, if the car is below 15 lakh, the charging times has to be like Nexon 45. If something is between 15 to 20, it should be Curve, and if something is above 20, it should be like Creta, right?
We don't know what Creta is going to do. We don't know that.
I'm just joking. This was just a joke, you know. मतलब, so what the feedback which I got was from Hyundai was that they didn't wanted to give the customers initially that kind of charging. They were like they wanted to test their batteries more. Then only they will be giving that particular charging of 100 kilowatt.
So they are giving a half-baked product in starting.
Yes, it's like I've given you a product, I would add something later. So
So they are asking customers to test it for them.
yes, you can let that way. Hyundai will never say that ना हम तो कह सकते हैं हम Hyundai के लिए
मैं तो
काम थोड़ी करते हैं
अपन तो
Chalo, we can then give a soft corner to Tata very soon.
no like it's fine. Harrier should do well.
I think Rakesh ji will disagree with me, but yeah, that's true.
राकेश जी पता नहीं कहाँ चले गए हैं बोल नहीं रहे कुछ कुछ कर रहे हैं सब बट ये सही है कि मतलब आई थिंक Harrier should do well. I think both Harrier and XUV 700 they should do well because they are like they already what do you say? They're already established kind of
and
products, and
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 curve
invariably people
curve
like
should
boxy designs.
curve should be doing better.
Oh, I think no idea why it's not doing better.
I think they need to refresh the curve in next 6 months with a different kind of interior.
I agree. I
And just kill the 45 kilowatt hour version of curve and just keep the Nexon 45 enough.
You're right. It should be 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, right?
I
Easy.
mean, it kind of depends on the price. If you are giving the Nexon 45 curve 45 at around same price, doesn't make much sense. Then there's if you are giving Punch 35 and the Nexon 40 or 30 at around same price, the Nexon 30 and 40 doesn't make any sense. So they should just give the Punch 35 and update it with 40 if possible and newer cells. Keep the Nexon at 45, or they're reportedly they're planning for 55 for the Nexon as well. I don't support that. Maybe
I
just
also don't support that.
maybe just
Maybe
do maybe just do a casual 50 for the Nexon, and 55 to 60 for the curve, and the Harrier can have 60 and 75. That's fine.
maybe they are planning 55 on active platform of Nexon, then Curve 60, and then Harrier 75, maybe like that. Something like that, maybe.
I don't know the placement of where
and and that is the reason, Nikhil, they will put 55 on Active new platform only, because existing platform is not capable.
And
I mean,
Curve would be upgraded to 60, and Harrier would be 75. Wow. Like it's fine what they're doing, but I still feel why still people are not buying Tata EVs. Like, I don't know why. They are
I mean,
safe.
people are buying, but not as much as they should have been at this point.
Or maybe people are waiting for the cars coming, like even maybe that kind of phase we are going on for
But
two or
but
3 months.
the Mahindra EVs are, the crossing 25 lakh for a, yeah. So, and we have seen the Creta prices already. So I'm not
Right.
sure anymore. And I don't expect the e-Vitara to be any affordable as well.
I'm expecting Evitara to be between 16 to 22
16, I think, mm, I don't think so, but that would be wonderful if it happens.
for the lower battery pack, not the higher
Yeah,
one.
the 14 or 49 one. But that would, I mean, the Nexon would have issues then.
And Evitara successful, just Evitara currently, look, marketing wise, Maruti would nail it. Maruti can market a product. They will keep this car. Maybe in this IPL, you will have Evitara going in all the places, or maybe a Harrier if Tata still is the sponsor of IPL. So probably we will be seeing Harrier at all the places, maybe. But Maruti is really good in marketing. So it ultimately will depend upon how the pricing is.
Right.
16 to 22.
Oh, on the lighter side, Dr. Saab, the only Maruti I would think of buying is the Jimny.
No, we have to look. I still feel that both Creta Electric and Evitara, they are for those people who are just shifting from ICE to EV without any fuss. Who will just think that, okay, we have got a sorted manufacturer, let's buy the product. Something like that.
I would still hold horses on Maruti doing EVs without any issues.
No,
Hyundai I can believe, but Maruti one we need to see.
but still, we have to see, like, we have to believe what they're saying. Na? No, we will do
Yeah.
this, we will do this. I believe everyone. Once Anand says that it's active platform and it's a pure EV, I believe him blindly. Once Mr. Partho Mukherjee says that we will be giving 500 range, we will be giving solutions for charging, we will be giving the free charger, which is made by you. The charger is made by Minda.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Minda has made that wall box charger for Honda for Maruti.
And how much they are going to charge for that?
No, installation is free. The charger will be coming with the cost of the car.
I mean, yeah, obviously cost of the car, but if you remove that, how much is the cost of car?
So you didn't told that, ना? तो उसने ये बताया कि गाड़ी के चार्जिंग के साथ आएगा ये. Still feel that like we have to hope
Just
they
a
do
bit
it right way.
addition that the Maruti charger is the star charge. Uno is just assembling it.
It could be like that.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
we saw that. We saw that. I forgot it. So
And that charger is exactly the portable charger is exactly like Nexon. टाटा वाला ही है भाई वो तो बिल्कुल.
so they are getting it from China also. Okay, yeah.
It's the white colored.
Everyone is
It was
getting the
there in.
portable. Can no one in India make a damn portable charger? I mean, it's not a hard thing.
You are again asking too much from Maruti.
Not
पहले तो
just Maruti,
expectation ही down कर लेते थे
Mahindra,
portable मांग
Hyundai,
रहे.
Tata. Everyone is getting it. So not not मजा नहीं आया.
You're right that way because the Hyundai one, the Creta one was from Korea.
I mean,
उस पे भी कोरियन में कुछ लिखा हुआ था.
it's not a a high-end product. It's a simple one, and if someone can make it, everyone can just get it because
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
the portable charger is essentially same for everyone. Same specs, 13 amp, 14 amp, 240 volts. Nothing else is there.
And they should be repairable also. Like उसमें repair भी हो जानी चाहिए. पता नहीं मतलब
Yes.
portable में क्या है. So in a way, we still have a lot of things to, I think, answer on e-Vitara. There are a lot of things to be coming. Maybe the
Right.
booking starts in Feb, and by March, April, the car comes.
Any idea when they are going to officially release the prices?
I think it would be around once they start exporting, March,
Oh.
April. What do you think, Sagar?
Yeah, I think April. I think the deliveries will begin mid-April.
Yeah, and I don't think so. They would go into, and to be very honest, they would not launch the car in peak summers. Range test भी तो करना है. तो मार्च अप्रैल बेस्ट टाइम है भाई. जो मारुति वाले अगर सुन रहे हैं तो मार्च अप्रैल इज द राइट टाइम बिकॉज देयर
I
मारुति.
mean, the way things are going in our side, Dr. Saab, the summer is coming much sooner.
I think they
It's
and
already
they would
here.
have to select some Goa kind of climate,
Oh
right?
yeah, 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 obviously, take those
Hyundai
Olympic.
took lot of advantage once they did it in Chennai. And maybe maybe that's why Mahindra has not done any test drive in North India. भाई सर्दियां हैं अभी रहने देते हैं. But anyway, I came yesterday.
And no,
Uh,
none of the reviewer of the Mahindra one gave a good estimate of the efficiency figures.
I think maybe because they were not told to, or I think maybe they've not tested. अभी तो देखे नहीं मैंने videos. आज देखूंगा रात को. Maybe there are some of the range tests maybe, but they were not focusing on range. They were focusing on all the other stuff.
No, no, डॉक्टर साहब वही रीजन है उसका. वो जो सॉफ्टवेयर है वो अभी बेटा वर्जन में है. आई हैव बीन क्लियरली टोल्ड बाय अ वेरीफाइड सोर्स
Okay.
that the still the production
Yeah,
software
you are
ECU
right
and
that
everything
way.
software has been
The
not
the
launched.
the the people who were giving us the test drive for Mega, they were saying that it's a beta version. It's a beta version. And anything about that Winster 50 when it's coming?
Oh man, I hope it happens soon. And no,
Because
No, not only Winster, but I think there will be a refresh for ZSE soon,
and
very
I
soon.
think that Windsor shouldn't come with 50. They should give even higher, 57 one.
I am expecting Windsor should be 50 and MG should give 72 in MG ZSEV, which is their global 72 kilo. अब उनकी गाड़ी मतलब they are upgrading that ZSEV to E5S. So E5S is not coming soon to India. So it is
And
better
Hyundai
to.
and
So that is why I say, Dr. Saab, yeah, वो upgraded version लाने से पहले they would bring the 72.5 and clear their stocks.
Yes, that's a very 72 ZSEV is a very good option. It would give 600 range easily. ज़्यादा तो नहीं बोल दिया?
no, ना ज्यादा बोल दिया
ज़्यादा
मैंने.
500
नहीं 520
520
520
500 बोल दिया. Right. 700 ARI होगी ना फिर.
with the sorted BMS, yeah, it is very very much possible. Yeah.
and and Hyundai, please Hyundai bring the Kona updated Kona 64
I
ones.
think they should launch, yes, the 60 kilowatt wala Kona. They could launch it as an Atto 3 rival. It will sell like hotcakes.
Definitely.
पता
I
नहीं क्या
mean,
सोच
they
रहे हैं लोग.
they got so much good in the mind of people with the Kona, and they just decided, okay, we are not interested in selling this anymore.
Yeah, if they launch a Kona 2024, I would just swap my Kona. No problems. Eyes closed because the product is really very good. The quality is really very good. The interiors and all those things, they really work very well. Except for the parts are very expensive. My car's charging flap was not working one day. It got
Oh,
jammed. So uh, I got a video from YouTube where I could open it. So I opened it and everything was fine. The other day, I didn't close that lid, so it was probably showing that it is locked. So I didn't close it. Then I got a wash. I think I got the car washed and it started working.
oh.
Then the next day, I had fixed that charger again. I had fixed that flap on a DC. I had to go for a DCFC session, so the flap didn't open. So I had that screw. I had opened the flap and got the charging done. Then
No, no, Doctor Saab, from the charging, I'm so sorry. Yeah, please
yeah, yeah.
continue. I'll,
So
I'll
then, so
put
then
my
after
point
that,
in.
what happened? I went to the Hyundai guys and they told that yes, it is not working. We have to change it, and we didn't made any video. And I also didn't. I made a video. I think I deleted it. Like कुछ नहीं होता देखा जाएगा something like that. Then these guys they said that the car is under warranty. Let's order it. So what happens is that module. that complete module comes under warranty. That it includes that charging light and all those things. And the part is very, very cheap, you know. The cost is not much, just 57,000 rupees. So, so that was covered under warranty. So under warranty, I have got two things replaced. Charger, which was 1,15,000, and 57,000 for this part. So
Charger, wall box charger.
no, not the wall box, the portable one.
That's 1 lakh.
Portable 1,15,000. That portable charger. वो नई कोना वाला.
No way.
Seriously, I've got the bill.
Oh
So
man.
1,15,000. Like मेरे को उन्होंने बोला, they were testing, like they also didn't had I went to the dealership. So what happened was I plugged in my charger and I went to sleep because there is no connected car feature. In the morning when I got up, it was just 70% charged. So so it was not working. So I got another socket and tried it, but it didn't
I
work.
mean, they could have just bought a Tata one and give it to you for much cheaper.
No, no. Then what happened? Then I went to the Hyundai guys, and they were like कि सर हमें पता नहीं है कि ये कवर होता है कि नहीं होता. तो मैं एक बार ही
Mm.
गया तो मैंने उनको बोला कि सर if it is not like if it is covered or not covered, kindly tell me. If it is not covered, then what you can do is you can just shot me an email that this is not covered in warranty, and then I should be complaining on the social media. I will not go onto the social media until unless you give me a proof that you have
Mm.
talked to everyone, you talk to every guy, or
Right.
in all your management, because we are not like that na, if it is not working we just put on the social media. It has to go through proper channel first. Firstly we have to exhaust everything. एरिया सर्विस मैनेजर, टेरिटरी सर्विस मैनेजर मना कर दे कि नहीं भाई मैं करना ही नहीं हमने. So then they inquired. Then I got into the global Hyundai forums. Then I got the feedback that it is covered under warranty for 3 years.
Oh, nice.
After 3 years, there is no warranty on this. What they call it, I think ICEC box, something like that. So it is covered under warranty, but it's not covered.
EVSC, EVSC.
EVSC,
Yeah,
sorry, yes. It
EVS,
is not.
yes.
It is not covered. It is not covered in the extended warranty. So I asked them. They told me that sir, कि आप आपको replace करो कि we are not sure whether it is covered under warranty or not. They were not sure for quite some time. Then I told them that okay, no problems. Your Creta will be launching. I will not buy that charger. I will buy the Creta charger because it would be lesser priced at least. So they were like,
From
I
from
mean,
this
in
this experience, Dr. Saab, one more angle I would like to raise up
yeah, yeah.
is see nowadays now Creta EV will come, future EV launches are there, the market is going to become very aggressive, the volumes will come up. So what I want to focus is on Nikhil, it's a critical issue if you can answer me. See, now charging is going to become a very public utility like a petrol pump or maybe toll plaza. So what I think is, are there any guidelines on restricting the CPOs from too much downtime on this national highways, Nikhil?
I think if they are the government is giving subsidy or if there was government tender, there are timeline of how much uptime is there should be. But I don't think any of them is followed.
Yes, yes,
There,
yes. You're
No,
right.
but are there mandatory guidelines for downtime? How can they reduce the downtime and keep it on like a petrol pump?
I mean, they mentioned that outside of power outage, etc., it should be something like 95% something. Not sure yet, uh, but not sure about how to reduce the downtime, etc. But
So can we escalate? Can we escalate this case to National Highway Authority or Ministry of Highways that on national highways at least the downtime should be very very less for the public utility CPO charges?
see, the only problem on the highways right now is that is oil marketing companies, their charger, and the second one if there's power outage. Otherwise, the private CPUs they are doing about I think 80% time they're fine.
No, no. What I've seen is on restaurants, maybe they must have invested themselves, or this CPU must have invested. I've seen there are two 60 kilowatt hour dual gun machines, out of which only out of the four guns, only three guns are working at many stations. Because I think the owner of that particular property may have been restricting the load factor. I've experienced we have
And you're
personally experienced this in
absolutely,
Goa also.
So see that load
Sagar
factor
is
is
absolutely
nothing
right.
can government
I
do
I
right now. I mean,
Sagar's point is absolutely right. I had plugged a charger yesterday, GOBP one, which was showing 60, and I was just from a single gun, it was just coming 30.
yeah. So I
Otherwise, it should
mean,
be
the
Exactly,
the
some of.
exactly. This is what is
see,
happening. I think they are using malpractices to reduce the load.
Yeah, you are right that way, Sagar. You're absolutely right because that shows 60 kilowatt on the app. Once I was charging, the peak speeds were coming around 30. Otherwise, at a 60 kilowatt charger, Kona's peak speed should be above 40
see,
always.
sometime this is from Discom side that they reduce the load at the peak time for some area and they increase it during the night,
It could be like
or
that. Yeah,
or
that
and
could be.
so and at some places CPOs they install the higher load charger, but the sanctioned load is 30, so the charger is going to only charge at 30, but they should mention that in the app as well. So that's a CPO side issue too, because many places the charger are
No,
higher.
no, no. This is no, Nikhil. This is okay for now. Imagine when this happens at a substantial scale, when the number of e-vehicles has increased on the highways, flying on the highways.
See, so
So this is going to become a very critical
Sagar,
issue.
this is a growing area, and charging infrastructure is obviously all CPUs are doing their private ones, not the oil marketing companies. They are doing their best, and they are learning things. And there are so genuine issues from the load side at some places from the Discom side, and from what I have talked with the CPO, they are more than happy to put charger the higher ones, etc. But there are issues from the Discom side that is going to be solved, need to be solved.
Yeah, you are right. You're absolutely right that way.
Because
Yes.
for this I can't just put the blame on the CPU, at least at this point, except from the
So the interesting thing, so
IOC and BPCL HPCL. I will put 100% blame on them.
Nikhil, I
so I
would
will
tell
na.
you one example. I'll tell you one example.
Yes.
When we were in Goa, there was a five-star property which had a GeoBP charger, and I'm telling you, they had restrictive practices on that. The security guard and the management was telling our sanction load is very less, so we will not provide you doing the two cars at the same time for a dual gun 60 kilowatt hour charger. So what happens is this defeats the purpose of installing the charger. Then I had to escalate directly to my personal contacts in GeoBP. Then we had to create a lot of ruckus. So Dr. Saab, this is going to become a very big problem. Why are you
Yes, yes, yes.
installing
You are right.
a charger if you don't already have a sanctioned load?
See, so
Actually, I
I mean,
have,
it comes on the need
I
as
would,
well.
I would
If
add,
what sometimes
I would
CPOs
add
think
this
is
thing.
that if
Nikhil,
yeah,
I would just, you're right, Nikhil. You can continue. Yes, yes.
I mean, I was saying that sometimes CPOs think that the demand is there, but the load is not there. So what they do is they do their maximum best. They put the 60 charger, get the 30 load in
Agree.
whenever
You're
when
right.
because I talked to the GOBP. I also a couple of people also texted me with some location that GOBP was not doing good. So one location there was a load issue. The one location the load was not available fully, so they were just restricting it to 30 or something like that. So I think the grid load is going to be managed. So sometime it just you need extra transformer, etc.
No, Nikhil. I'm raising a very critical. I'm
No,
raising a
you
very
are raising
critical point
No, you
because
are
Sagar,
absolutely right.
you're raising absolutely right point.
no.
But
What they should do is they should display it on the app that
yes,
this
yes, yes.
particular station has a
I
reduced power, or they should pay
I
penalty when we are being charged waiting times or maybe advance booking charges. Why can't we have the same compensation or same
So,
information?
so
I
what?
I agree. It should be mentioned on the charger as well, hardware as well, that this is restricted to 30, not 60, and on the app as
And
well.
Nikhil, what I see is with the GOBP, wherever the GOBP fuel pumps have the charger, they are doing with 60 and they're doing it full load. Wherever there is they've got a fuel pump, because I have done charging of GeoBP at 4 or 5 locations. Wherever there is a charger which is installed in this, what do you say,
Fuel pump.
in their fuel pump, fuel station, so that is doing the 60 kilowatt peak
See,
times, everything is fine. Somewhere, wherever there is a restaurant or some eating joint, they have that restriction of 30 because in my recent auto expo visit, I used the charge on chargers. Both chargers were 60 rated, but they were doing 30. Then at the Hyundai station also it was doing 30, and I was like, "Ki, bhai, sardiyon." I was in the impression that it is winters. That is why my Kona is doing a 30 kilowatt. Then the moment I reached Ludhiana and I plugged in to a static charger, it was doing 47, 48. So then I realized that oh bhai ये load वाला काम चल रहा है यहाँ पे. So so you are right. Nikhil is also right, and Sagar is also right. So there would be solutions, but yes, they should mention in the app that इसमें 30 से ज़्यादा ऊपर नहीं होगा.
नहीं नहीं डॉक्टर साहब देखिए हाईवे पे जब बंदा निकलता है वेन एवर एनी वन गोज ऑन अ हाईवे विद अ फैमिली दे गो विद अ कैलकुलेटेड प्लान
You are right.
एंड
You are
if
right.
you are saying 30 and they are you know if you are saying 60 on the app and you are giving 30
So
I think it is a critical public utility issue.
that's absolutely wrong. If it is restricted to
So
30,
they
they
should
should show
mention it.
30.
They should
Yes.
mention it. Yes.
I
They
mean,
should mention it. You are right.
if it is time fluctuating load issue at that particular moment, nothing can CPU do about it. But if it is a fixed 30 load, they should clearly mention it.
Yes, yes, you are right. We agree on this. Yes.
Yeah. And if
And
anyone
what
anyone
and the
anyone listening,
interesting
if you face any issue, consistent issue, please feel free to mention us, and we can pass along to the CPOs to the best of our abilities.
and continuing with my discussion on that, what was that? That charger flipping. You know what comedy happened? They ordered the part in under warranty. Everything was sorted. I went to the showroom. The car was getting washed. Everything done. I was just checking the underbody of the battery and the brake pads. And I just touched the flap. The flap was working. So that flap started working. So the service manager came to me कि सर अब इसका क्या करना है? तो I told them यार you have the part, you keep the part with you. The car is still under warranty for 1 year.
Mhm.
If it is if it works, let it be like that. Why we should open the bumper and all those things? So they probably then decided that yes sir we should just change it because you just never know when it goes when it gives you a problem. So that was really funny. The charger was working absolutely fine. That flap. So that's a comedy which happened with me. And another thing I wanted to add it on Creta's Electric. So Creta Electric schedule of service, and they are very pretty clear in the in that owner's manual.
Right.
And it's a very good schedule which they have given. I think it's like 10, 10, 30, and 10,000. They just change the cabin filter and what is it? I
It's
forgot.
a mostly inspection because so
It's mostly inspection. Yes, yes, yes. It is mostly
I
inspection.
so if there's a person Aditya, he has done over 1,85,000 kilometer on his Kona Electric. So he has done a very
Yes,
detailed analysis. So he has spent about 2,12,000 13,000 on home charging, 47,000
right.
about on public charging, and the tires and insurance all over the maintenance has cost him just 3,30,000. So I was looking at it. So the regular service cost is just 2,500 mostly.
So,
You
so
know,
my cost, which is coming at, if you ask me, so my first service was, I just get, basically it depends upon which area you are living. If you're living in a tier two city, the labor cost is down.
right, right,
If you're living in if you're doing getting it service from like Delhi or Chandigarh, so they have the labor charges are high. So in my first 3 year always free
right.
labor cost. So the second one was 1,700, third also was 1,700, fourth my paid service was 5,060. And this 5,060 30,000 one, I think I got that lubrication and all those things extra. So it would have been 3,000, 3,600 type. And this one, this time it was 5,000. So they changed the brake oil and the filter,
Filter.
the cabin filter.
So I mean,
I was asking him,
the most
and
cost
the
on
like
Hyundai Kona I have seen is the cabin filter or just the greasing. Nothing much is there apart from that.
Yeah, and you know the labor charges were I think this time they've raised the labor charges. I think it's 2,700, which I remember.
So I'm not
So
sure. I'm
otherwise
not
the
sure why
rest.
Tata has that transaxle oil change and whatever stuff they do extra.
And they're doing at 7,500, which is again wrong. I think they're not doing
That's
at
the
10,000, right?
service interval is way too low.
Yeah, you are right. You are right.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else we need to discuss today? I think we
So I
have been
think
on at 2.5 hours.
Mohit wanted to speak. Mohit wanted to speak. I think
Oh
you
yes,
need to
Yeah,
invite
Mohit
him.
sorry,
is.
guys. Actually, I first of all, it's a great space, very refreshing to hear you guys. And sometimes I miss the space and I see the hear the recording. Just
Okay,
a
at
couple
least
of
someone
things.
listens regularly.
Yeah, I actually listened. I think I missed the last space, and I could see the recording, and it was very refreshing. Yeah, you guys should do it. I just a couple of things. I actually missed the initial part. Probably you guys discussed Mahindra in detail. Very weird launch by them in terms of pack one, pack two, and pack three.
Yes,
Pack
we
one,
discussed
which
that.
they announced the price in November probably last year, and now they're giving it in the market in August. So it's, I don't know, very weird in terms of timing. Probably they are doing it's they're creating this hype maybe because they're getting the cafe penalties already. So I don't know what do you guys think about that. Second, uh, I just wanted to know your have you guys thought about the Harrier EV in terms of, they're talking about 500-kilometer range with
We
75, 80 kilowatts. So,
so Mohit, we have already discussed all of that.
oh, okay, cool.
So,
Great. I'll listen to the recording then. Yeah, no
yeah,
problem.
yeah, but just to give a
If we can just
summary,
add on Harrier,
yeah,
if we can just add on Harrier, the details are like we just know the battery packs we know now, 60 plus and 70 plus, 500 kilometers of real world range. It is based on active plus architecture, which Nikhil doesn't believe that it's in pure EV. So that is into Nikhil's court. Then it will have some that summon function or autopilot or
Yeah,
auto park also.
yeah.
So it will probably have good nice amount of features, and it will come with the all wheel drive
What
version
do you guys
also.
think about the driving dynamics? Because Mahindra is doing a rear wheel powertrain. I mean, rear wheel motor, so it's definitely works in the sedan and the coupe body style. So, where does how do you think will this compare to Mahindra in terms of, because they're doing both? I mean, four wheel drive. So, because it's not a pure EV skateboard platform, so probably they're going to put the motor ahead. I mean, how does the driving dynamics, if you can think of, compares to a traditional skateboard platform?
I
That's a
it,
tough one basically because Tata's and Mahindra cars which have come off late, they have been sorted on driving actually. And that is why I think the all-wheel drive will make more sense on Harrier. So, so that will drive well. And even Mr. Anand Kulkarni was saying something that all the wheels will have the separate power.
Yeah,
I was just recollecting that Ionic
so
thing where
Harrier will
tire
have
could.
RWD also.
yeah, it's yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay,
Uh,
Yes.
okay,
we
okay.
are expecting RWD in Harrier because he said that there would be a large frunk. It would get a huge frunk.
Yeah,
So
it'd be
he
interesting
commented
because
that.
Harrier probably they will do in April somewhere plus minus, and uh, and Mahindra will have their BE Pack One, Pack Two coming after that. So it's going to be interesting. Then they'll have Sierra also. So we have a lot of choices, and Hyundai has
Yes,
done
yes.
Creta, Vitara. I guess now we have a lot of choices. In terms of if you start from 10 lakh, Tiago till 30, 32, 33 lakh rupees. We have a
So
range of
so
choices now.
I,
probably
I think the
so probably
15
what
lakh plus space is definitely excited. Lots of option now.
Yeah.
The 15 below that needs some work.
Actually, my
so
only thing
what
which worries me is that all these automakers, except for Tata right now, they're all focusing on the 18 lakh plus segment,
Yes, yes.
and and I don't think you get the volumes from. I mean, if you clearly see the numbers from Tata, they're struggling to sell Punch EV. They're struggling to sell. I think I mentioned this last time also. I just don't see how this segment is going to expand because we want to see more MG Windsor kind of launches. See, MG Windsor is doing great numbers for for now. They're already up to 4,000 or something. So we probably wanted more launches in 15 lakh below category to expand this whole EV category as such. But having said that, yeah, I mean, we don't have that enough the charging infra, and probably yeah, you guys need to focus more now on charging infra discussions also, and it could be interesting. Where are we headed? And it's definitely is going to be one of the biggest things to.
So we are going to do a infra only space with Priyans, and hopefully soon, because
Yeah,
time is the issue. So
yeah,
we
So adding to what Mohiji said, you are very right that above 14, 15 lakh, you were literally got a lot of options,
yeah,
and probably the Indian most of the cars now in India are selling between 10 to 15.
yeah.
So that space would ripe when Maruti and Hyundai they come up with their small cars by next year. So,
But
so, so, so
do they have anything in pipeline? Because I don't hear
yeah,
Maruti.
they both have their pipeline.
Okay.
So, but we just have to
No,
see
no,
where
and
the
and
pipe is.
yeah, and one more thing,
So
very
basically,
good point raised by
another
Mohit.
thing is I would just add to what Mohit said. I again repeat, people just don't accept what I'm again contemplating and again putting focus on because. Uh, because contemporary boxy SUVs have always done well in India.
Yeah.
Moment Harrier and Safari EVs arrive, these BEVs will really struggle. The design and those features they will not matter to people anymore because the car has to look good. Once you look at it at and it has to be
I
timeless.
actually totally
A
agree,
Harrier
and
EV,
I
a
really
Harrier
respect.
EV
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, yeah, go ahead,
a
please.
Harrier EV, a Harrier EV. Imagine a Harrier EV, black color going like it would be like full dope.
Yeah, yeah, see,
And the
I'll tell you what,
Sierra
even
EV.
Sierra
So
for that
so
matter, the body shape is exactly what
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
Indians are looking for. And I think
So
here, with all the respect I have for
and
Mahindra,
Mahindra
I think
and Mahindra is the biggest.
they rushed their BE6E, 9E, because they tried to follow the path Tata took, 2, 3 years back. I really I really believe that Mahindra made a mistake here. They should have either done a XUV 700 kind of a boxy XUV to begin with, or they should have done a smaller segment, like a 15
No,
lakh.
no, no.
I think it's fine what they
So
have done,
what?
because what they have
So what
created is
I
a.
say is,
Because I
I
see a lot
always
of
say that
reviewers saying, it's not a family car because the rear seat comfort is not there because of the
no,
higher
no.
floor and.
You're look. Yes, yes. Complete. Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Please
yeah, so
complete.
that's what I'm saying. For all the
So what?
great features it has a great range. Price, I agree. It's the pricing is right. It's just the timing and the launch timing is very weird from them. The pricing is okay for all the goodies they're giving. But I think the trick that Mahindra missed here was they should have done a boxy SUV, because when you buy a 25 lakh plus category car, you just don't want to compromise on. I mean, Indians are value seekers, right? So if even one thing, that rear seat comfort is and the thigh support is not as good as a boxy SUV, then you just don't want to pay that kind of a premium to a 25 lakh. And if they had done a 20, 28, 29, 30 lakh rupees XUV 700 kind of a vehicle, I mean, I think that would have been done great numbers. But yeah, it's very easy for me to sit here and
Yeah,
make judgments.
yeah, absolutely. You made the last point very well. So probably these both cars we know that they've got a certain kind of a design, and those and those the funky thing, or we can say that quirky thing. So to get these models accepted into the market, so they probably came with the best kind of features, and XUV 700 EV would sell any day. So that is why I was pointing
Yeah,
that Tata has got that lead time now to capture that XUV 700 market with a sorted Harrier EV. So if they can just
yeah,
if they can just launch Tata Harrier with niggle-free vehicle, it can really do very well.
yeah,
And
yeah, that is
Sierra
also
Yeah,
is
true.
and one
Sierra
more thing, Doctor Saab,
Sierra is
as you
bound to
know.
do well. And another thing I would want to add, it is now confirmed that Sierra will not have that kind of range that Harrier will have.
Yeah, it
So
will be somewhere between Curve and Harrier is what
yeah,
they mentioned.
exactly. So
Yeah.
maybe so these two vehicles would be good. Yes, what Mahindra has done to our sector no automotive manufacturer has done to that EV sector. They have created an
Yeah.
aspiration with these vehicles.
They,
Every
yeah,
ICE guy, every ICE
they
guy
have done
wants.
it. They've taken a brave call, to be honest. I mean,
Yeah,
if because I have worked in H1P industry, so I also look auto. I've been watching automobile space for many years now as invest. I mean, to commit to a ground up platform and uh, especially in the price category where the volumes, I mean, it has to be discovered how many volumes can they do. But
exactly. And
but to do they actually mentioned in their last Q3 results, if you guys follow the results also of these companies, and they mentioned that they want to do 5,000 cars a month from
yes, yes,
They
yes,
are
B60 and
yes,
they are
90.
not
yes,
doing that.
yes.
They are not doing that.
I mean, I doubt 5,000 is just a very
No, 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 no.
optimistic number
Mohit,
for.
Mohit, I would
Yeah,
like to, add on to
yeah,
2 points that you have raised. See,
yeah.
this XCV 9E and BE6 being a skateboard platform, that was a statement to the whole world that
True,
Mahindra, as a
Exactly.
company, we are coming for
true.
exports also.
Yeah,
So
And
this
yeah.
is the first point.
Sagar,
That is why they
this is
didn't come up with a boxy
and
XUV 700.
Sagar,
But you guys really think? I mean, looking. I
no,
mean,
no,
I'm sure you guys are aware of the
no.
all the
What
global
happens
products.
is what happens is yes, global you can. So what I say is this is a big slap on Hyundai's face. They had a GMP platform and they have given us a ICE Creta in 2025. That
Yeah,
and they took the
yeah.
similar time with Mahindra took. And we are saying that
Yeah.
Mahindra is a alag type ka brand bike. So that speaks for it. And even a Maruti is coming with a skateboard car. And Hyundai
Yeah.
gave us a Creta Electric ICE to EV. And
And Dr. Sab, you also drive, or I also drive a ICE to convert EV. I'm saying you, the moment you will drive a skateboard platform that is purely EV, you will feel the differences. And I
yes,
Absolutely.
think
yes,
Absolutely, I agree with
I
that.
completely, agree with Dr. Saab. Mohit, if you sit into the back seat of 9E,
Yeah, yeah.
it is mind blowing. You are saying the thigh
Yeah, you
support,
see,
it's one of the
I
best.
so I have a BMW 5 Series, and just the rear motor and the rear wheel drive, it just another I mean, it's a different
so
experience in terms
Mohit,
of driving.
have you seen the Mahindra vehicles?
No, I haven't got a chance to see them in
So
person yet.
I would literally want a German brand user to see these cars because whichever friend I have got my people to see the car, they
Yeah,
didn't like it because German, once you've seen a BMW or those kind of vehicles, your
yeah.
fixation is exactly
Yeah,
at
I
a
mean the
different level.
handling is just another level for these German cars for sure. I mean,
So,
and
so,
see,
so,
I can imagine the
whenever
driving dynamics.
whenever you see those vehicles, put it down on the
Yeah.
Twitter and tag us, right? And we will just literally want to know how did you like those interiors, the steering, the
I'll be
glossy
very
thing, and
honest
all
with
those
you.
things.
I'll be very honest with you. I think Mahindra, if I have to be totally honest with you guys, I think Mahindra has just gone one notch too far in terms of the designing they have done here, because I really I think I think they have tasted success with Thar. They have tasted success too much with Thar, and they think that putting all those gizmos and it will attract people to. I mean, it's Thar is not successful because they put a fancy light. Thar is successful because Indians love boxy design. They have a great
Yeah,
diesel
you
powertrain engine.
that is why you have to credit Mahindra
Yeah,
that
yeah,
they tried
absolutely.
something different.
Yeah,
And they have added an aspirational value to the EVs,
yeah,
and maybe
And
these design will not age
No,
well,
no,
not do
and
well,
understand
whatever it
one thing,
is.
Dr. Sab, understand one thing. Mahindra Electric SUV, this is a new branding that they are coming with. So if
Exactly.
they would have come with the same boxy
And
designs, that brand identity
and
wouldn't have
Sagar,
been created.
I have seen the last quarter results of Mahindra.
hmm,
Uh, all ICE vehicles would be converted to EV. Scorpio electric is coming, Bolero electric is coming, Thar electric is coming. So every electric
yeah,
version is planned.
yeah, yeah.
So that is what they wanted to create a new legacy with born electric BE vehicles. So that is the reason they come up with this new coupe style inspired
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I
design.
mean,
You're
it's
right.
a great start. I mean, see, all kudos to Mahindra for trying something very, very. Even when
And I would
Tata, when they
certainly
started
want.
off in EV, they were very clear. Like, I've been following Tata for so long, and I remember in 2021 and 22, when they had just Nexon Prime that time. And people will ask them that, when are you going to come with your skateboard, pure EV platform? And Sailesh Chandra, who's MD, he would just simply say that, the market is just not enough for me to do that kind of a capital allocation. It's just too risky, to commit.
Yeah, yeah,
And
right,
for
right.
Mahindra to make that commitment to make a whole new facility, and they know that they have to get the numbers right to make sense of that, it's actually a very, very brave call. And
Exactly.
they have done it because they are very high on confidence of the recent
And
success they had.
I would certainly want that a BMW owner should visit the Mahindra showroom to see those vehicles so that we can get that perspective. Because
No, no,
my
but
perspective,
Doctor Saab, can I even I drive a German car? Can I know from you what have you heard from your friends who drive German
yeah,
cars?
yeah.
What
So
have
so
they
what?
felt about the driving dynamics of the BE9 particularly?
So so in the drive dynamics, they were like blown away because the torque and all those things they were coming from ICE to EV. So
Absolutely.
drive, they were happy. They were happy with the handling, everything. They were happy, but they were pissed off with the design and the interiors. They
Yeah.
just said that they are not looking like that quality. This is
Yeah.
what they felt. This is what they gave the feedback. कि यार
No,
Yeah.
ये
but
गाड़ी
Doctor
हमको
Saab, what else would you give in the budget of 32 lakhs? Tell me one thing.
Nee, but
this is
I think that's the
this
whole
is the,
point, right? You don't need to put so many quirky things in the interior.
exactly.
Yeah.
Now Mohit is exactly pointing that those things.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
need that glossy steering. You
Yeah.
don't need that gloss. But what is happening in our Indian sector is the chrome is being replaced with gloss.
Yeah.
People are now fed up
So
with
No, no, no,
chrome.
no, no.
I
Now
think
everything is being
Doctor
as
replaced
Saab,
with
as
see,
chrome.
I want to
Well,
Sagar
focus.
has
actually,
To,
the
I
luxury
want to focus
segment is
on
move is
Mohit.
yeah.
Just a
Sorry.
minute, Mohit.
Sorry.
This is a very interesting,
Yeah.
interesting conversation.
Sure.
Mohit, I see Germans are known for their driving dynamics. The
Absolutely.
rest of the things we are speaking about are cosmetics. So I want to focus more on driving dynamics, which the Germans are known
Yeah,
for.
so you are right. So I had five friends. Like three were like they're elder to me, they're friends. So three people just didn't like the looks at all because they are so fixated with those
No, no, Doctor Saab,
No, but
Doctor
he's
Saab. What
talking
BM
about the
I'm
designs.
driving
focusing
dynamics.
is on
Driving
driving
dynamics.
dynamics.
So
I
the
think the
five people,
driving dynamics, if I
no,
have
no,
to
I'm
compare
telling you,
the
I'm
Germans,
telling you the story. Those five people, three of them just didn't drive the vehicles. I asked them, yeah, bhai, drive kar lo. No, no, we will just sit. We are not driving it because we are just not liking it. So this was the
yeah,
reaction. Two of them
the
drove.
design is not hitting
They,
them. Yeah, for sure.
yeah, they ले नहीं भाई हम I was like I was because three of them have to change their vehicle. I was like यार भाई you buy a XEV 98 top model, why are you spending on iX1 or a or a BYD Celian 7,
Dr. Saab,
right?
I don't
They
think
were looking.
Mahindra is aiming for friends that are much older than you.
Oh, that I agree. So what I'm trying to say is, moment you come from a CKD car or that premium end of a customer, they are just not liking the product because their fixation is something different. The
No, no,
driving and all
but
those
Doctor
things
Saab,
And
are
that's fine,
what
I
was the
think.
experience of what was the experience of those two who drove the vehicle? I'm more focused. I want to listen to more on that.
no, they
But
were
they didn't
fine.
drive.
They were no, no, I had shown the vehicle to six people. Three just didn't drove it. They just didn't liked it. Like they were just sitting into the car and all those things. Three of them drove and they liked it. There was no problem in the driving and all those things.
I mean,
These
even
people.
as a Hmm.
What I'm trying to say is, once a customer is spending more than 30 lakh, the driving and all those things are important. That's a given. But there are other aspects which people are focusing more because these people who are buying a BMW or a Merc or something, they are buying for the brand value plus the interiors and all those things
I,
which comes along with it.
I'll quote a line from Jerry McGowan, Professor Jerry McGowan. If you guys know this guy, he is the chief creative designer at Jaguar Land Rover, and his favorite quote about design language of the modern design language is that the luxury is not in the abundance of things, but it's actually it's avoiding the vulgarities.
Yes, yes,
Minimalist,
it's
Absolutely.
about
minimalist.
Yeah,
minimalistic things.
and
You
it's in
know,
the absence of vulgarity, basically. That's what he said. So,
if I think Sagar, if you can agree, I think both BEVs, the nor the XUV, 90 and 60, they don't have the backlit switches in the rear. If I remember, those window switches.
yeah. And you don't need those so many screens. I mean, how many non-driving
No, no, no.
people?
So what happens is,
Yeah,
so those little things.
yeah,
So I sat in Harrier yesterday of my friend, and I was looking for that window switch, and it was illuminated. So these very small things which Mahindra have missed, they can really hurt in long run. So you can't be focusing on. You're right that with screens and all those gizmos, all those things. You're not hearing that loud music every day, na? So
yeah.
in a closed space like a car, you don't need that kind of speakers. You don't
I
need
mean,
16
did
speakers.
you guys see that
It would be fine.
Instagram viral video of Gagan Chaudhary? He was a I mean, car influencer,
Yes,
and
yes, yes,
I could see
yes,
him
yes.
dancing with that, the
So that is so that's for a one in a while thing.
yeah.
So
I mean,
that's not a problem.
I mean, Mahindra has gone. I mean, I also know a couple of
Exactly.
guys who have been to the
You have
show
nailed
for the
you
reviews.
have nailed that point.
Yeah, and it just the whole event they created. They, I mean, clearly, I mean, I don't want to say that, but it's clearly
So,
influencers
so, so
are
Mohit, you're absolutely right.
yeah,
What Mahindra was doing was they were showing what Mahindra told us that
yeah,
we are launching a vehicle. It's got best what Mr. Velu said that it's got best of everything. It's got every feature you can dream in a car. Absolutely right. He's perfect
yeah,
with that. He has given us all kind of features. He have given all kind of stuff, everything there, and he is clearly saying every time that we are giving those features which are 2 to 3 segments above.
yeah.
So that means you are targeting that customer.
Yeah.
Is that customer willing to spend a 30 lakh
But my
rupees
problem
saving
is,
his
guys,
10 lakh
that's the
I
rupees?
reason I listen to your
I
space.
think
And
yeah.
my problem is simple. If you look at the EV adoption journey in timeline in China, and even now, when you see, China is selling like a million electric vehicles every month, and we are stuck at like 8, 9, 10,000. It's a joke, right? And so what we need here is cars coming in 10 lakh, 15 lakh category, which can give you a decent range, charging infrastructure. This is how we're going to transition into EV. We are not going to transition with B16. I'm sorry. I mean, those are great products.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely
those
agree
those
on
are
that.
great products. They have I can, without even driving B6C, I can clearly feel, with the
See,
rear
more
wheel drive, the drive quality is going to be fantastic. Maybe not as good as handling because of the weight, but it's fantastic. But
Mohit,
we are
I
not going to
don't think
transition
that
like this. We are going to transition with the Tigors, with the Punch, with
Mahindra. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think Mahindra is even interested in selling below 15 lakh ICE vehicles,
I think
except
it's
on
a
the
huge
Bolero.
mistake. If they're serious about EVs, it's a huge mistake. I think because if they think they can create a category big enough for them to be sustainable in 25 lakh plus category, so are we saying that we'll never have a big enough category in 15 lakh below segment? It
So
very
what
contradictory.
happens?
No, I'm
Currently what is
talking about
happening?
specifically Mahindra. I think Mahindra, the XUV 700, people are buying the variants at about 25, 23 lakh, something like that.
Correct. I mean, the top in
And
Mahindra XUV 700, you get it for 26, 27 lakh rupees on road.
Yes, and even the Scorpio version, I think someone I know bought it at 20. I think it was 21,
You
22.
see,
I'm not sure
that's
exactly.
another problem. If I walk into a Mahindra showroom and I look at the, let's say, 6E top end, and it comes to me at, let's say, 27, 28, 20, I don't know what will be the on-road price, but assuming around 28 lakhs, I'll be just looking at a XUV 700 diesel, which is going to give me, all the space, everything, a well-sorted car, perfect car, and couple of lakhs cheaper, right? So I don't know where it just looks so confused right now,
But
where,
it's I would
so
say that
No, no,
it's
basically,
the
what
Mahindra
700 top end
strategy
no.
fetches
that
30, 31.
they want to sell in that space, because if they don't bring the lower product, they're absolutely going to lose to the Tata and MG and the Maruti and Hyundai. So Mahindra has to plan according to that. But if their
but we
plan
have
is to
just
just
started. Yeah,
remain in
you
the
can't we
25
can't
plus
have
space,
winners
that's
and
different.
losers. But guys, we cannot have winners and losers in a 6, 7 thousand car market. It's
No,
not like, EV car market is not even born in India. Let's put it like that.
yeah,
So
absolutely.
So if we can put it like that, Mahindra, what their agenda is, like we will be selling bigger battery pack cars, like they're selling bigger engines,
yeah,
right? So they have got that thing into the EV also. So it's fair to them.
yeah,
People are buying cars which are expensive than 15 lakh. 50,000 cars of Mahindra, 50,000 Mahindras were sold. So there is a substantial people now. People are buying from 15 to 20 lakh segment, and believe you me, between 30 to 40 lakh, there is so much, there is a big void, even in ICE
Yeah, yeah,
also.
I agree, totally
From
agree on that.
30 to
Yes.
40, you just have a Innova High Cross.
Yeah.
You don't have any kind of a model.
If Tata
You
can
just,
crack a Vinya at 40 lakh rupees with MLA EMA platform, which they're going to launch the new generation Velar, I think they can easily do 600 kilometers. They can put a 120 kilowatt battery pack, everything, the electronics, the all the software and everything. They're spending huge money. If they can crack that 40 lakh rupees, I think it's definitely going to be a very interesting category
so,
if they can crack it.
what I feel is now what has happened now in our Indian automotive sector, nobody would have thought that you will be buying a 20 lakh around or 18 lakh around Maruti. So it's kind of acceptable now, even for that matter, Tata.
Yeah,
Now the second step for all these brands is to crack the 30 to 35 lakh code.
yeah,
Like, right? So that 30 to 35 lakh code can only be can only be, what do you say, dismantled. That's not the right word. Cracked.
yeah,
Like, if they have to crack that 30 to 35 lakh space, they have to get some kind of aspirational models, the quality and all those things. So only these things will help in longer run. So let's hope
yeah.
they do it right way. And kudos to Mahindra, whatever they have done. Yes, you are absolutely right. The shift, the automotive, you say whatever the shift comes, it usually comes from the models like Wagoner,
Absolutely,
Baleno, or
absolutely.
all these kind of stuff.
I was
So
actually
we have
very
to wait for
excited
Maruti
when
and Hyundai.
Tata had done Punch, and I thought, and Punch had a very good. I mean, I never drove Punch, honestly, but then the reviews were always they had niggles in Tiago, but Punch was a pretty much sorted car for that price point, and to see Tata struggling to sell Punch is what actually scares me. And I clearly we have a charging
Tata is a
infrastructure issue.
separate. Tata is having
Mohit,
separate
see,
issue that we
Mohit,
talk.
Dr. Saab, the point is below 15 lakh segment. See, below 15 lakh segment buyer is either a first time buyer or a very conscious middle or lower middle class customer. So their psychology to purchase a EV is, very fragile. Even one comment from the friend circle that this is the battery cost and that is the battery cost of replacement, and after 8 years you will have to.
Yes, you're right.
That is a fair point. Yeah.
See, this business is very, it's very psychological. This particular
And
segment we are talking about, Dr. Saab, from 20 to 35 is a mature buyer who
yes,
studies
yes, yes.
everything. So see, these things are not simple as we think.
Yeah.
This
You're
selling a
right.
car in India below 15 lakh is not easy with the way Maruti has created the market.
And
Yeah.
I always say that manufacturers, they if I if I buy a ICE vehicle, I come from the showroom and I would never call my salesperson. In EV, it's the opposite.
Actually, we should credit Tata so much that they have come up with 2 to 3 models below 15 lakh. That they should be
Yes,
saluted.
yes,
And I would
you're
still say
absolutely.
that it is not an easy thing to do profitably and a good EV with a good range below 15 lakhs still.
Yeah. And
I
actually,
mean,
they're doing
it's
profit. So they are actually Tata is EBITDA positive.
or Tata is quite
Yeah. In
profitable in
EVs,
EVs.
in
Their
EVs,
EVs have quite a good
with
margin.
now the
That is what
PLI
I'm
money
saying.
coming in, they're doing like 9% EBITDA margin in, and after all the discounts they had given in Q3, if you remember, there were huge discounts
They
going
they
on.
they can give 2 to 3 lakh more
Yeah,
in
absolutely.
car.
And they'll still be break even. I agree.
Nikhil,
Yes.
they can give, but still doing this much business below 15 lakh for EV sector. That psychology to be captured in middle class and lower middle class is not easy. I'm telling you, even
No,
with,
absolutely.
Yeah, not
yeah,
easy.
it's very tough to sell that
So
particular
But
that's why
segment.
I
guys,
said
if you look at the MG Windsor example, actually, to be very honest, MG Windsor surprised me. I thought the Bass thing is, like a gimmick, and it will probably work for a couple of months. May not work, but if you look at the reviews and everybody loves the car, so MG has proved that you give a sorted ground up skateboard platform within 15 lakh rupees. And it's a 4,000 unit category now for MG. MG is almost caught up to Tata, which has like 4 5 models already there in the market. So MG Windsor is a great example. Is if you give a sorted car in that price point with a decent range, and MG ka Windsor ka, I don't think the realistic range is more than 250 or 270 280 maximum.
Right.
But it's selling. It's selling 4,000 in terms of one. If you I mean, if you do in terms of how many cars are selling in terms of model, it's a single largest selling model right now in India, which is amazing, and it just came out of nowhere.
I think what Tata needs to do right now is they have updated the Tiago, but just a little bit more tech and stuff in that, some design, and do the Ultros EV, hot hatch kind type, and update the Punch.
And
They
but
need
why
to
not
do
do
these.
a ground up hatch at all? Like, they have seen MG. I mean, why would they? This is my problem with, again, with Tata, that they are now going a little bit overboard on converting their existing platforms. I mean, they have seen the success of MG. They are seeing Mahindra taking that risk
See,
in
MG
20 lakh
success
plus
is because
category.
the MG R&D has already been done in China, and the Winster is a closing product in China.
Yeah, yeah,
They, as I was mentioning that I think the last month India sold more Windsor, Windsor was
really.
sold more in India than in China. So we cannot compare really both these two because
Mhm.
MG is at a base, is a Psych Group company. They are bringing the product. They have already done R&D and everything here, and they are just kind of okay. We have some production capacity. Let's sell some in India. So can't
Yeah,
exactly compare these two.
yeah,
Venture, I
sure.
think Venture is not sold on just solely because of BASs.
Yeah,
I
BS is
think
only
people,
10%. It's only 10%
yeah,
of the sales.
so Venture, what it has excelled is the space inside the car and
Absolutely.
the
Yes.
interiors. You
Yeah,
feel that it's one level up. And
yeah,
as a podcast of Autocar where Mr. Horma then with Sergio Britis, so they clearly pointed that rear space is so much importance in India. We in our customer mindset, the rear space is so important. Vis-a-vis, if you see any CKD model which comes in India, they don't have great CKD, the great rear space.
yeah.
So 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 so,
Yeah,
so
you're
in
absolutely true. Bang on with that, because I took my
And
wife to a Tata showroom to we wanted to check out Nexon EV, and because I like to drive, so she sat on the rear seat, and she just ek bar mein instantly she just said, there's no space here, and because of the race platform, whatever, floor.
Yeah, you are absolutely right.
Uh,
So that kind of that customer who went to see the Windsor EV, those sofa seats and all those, that has really gelled
yeah,
well in our Indian market, and
And
probably
Doctor Saab, one more thing I've seen is Indian buyers are too much obsessive over the screens. One of the main reasons of I've
yes,
even
yes,
heard from owners
absolutely
of
right.
Windsor, screens, they love big screens in the car. Even Creta, I think Creta I started that in 2020, 2020, and they were quite successful with the big screens.
Yes, you're right. The
yeah.
screens, the gloss. I don't know why people love these things.
Yeah, but I think the rear
Um,
space, the rear seat space is very important. I think Indian customer ka simple hai. You're if they're paying 20, 15 lakh, 20 lakh for a car, it has to be a no compromise product in terms of at least basic functionalities, like comforts like space and everything.
No,
ठीक
no,
है,
Mohit,
screen में
Mohit,
screen.
if you follow, whatever Reddit or Team BHP, there are lots of issue with the Windsor's EV suspension also. So
हाँ,
I would say
suspension होता है.
let us wait for 2-3 more months. Let us concrete reviews will come out.
Yeah, yeah,
But I
yeah,
think over that, if you ignore the suspension issue, it's value most value for money in that particular segment, Windsor EV.
I mean,
yeah.
the Windsor does have a big screen, but the features, etc., they didn't have put much effort on it.
Yeah, the
They should
integration
just,
is bad. Integration is bad in the screen.
the route planning, chargers, efficiency, what is consuming, so much can be done on the screen, but they are just using, okay, yeah, put it here.
Yeah. Uh, I think overall, if I have to see in terms, I mean, just wrapping up from my side, uh, last comment that, if I have to benchmark one single product where we should, look at it and try to improve on, that is Nexon 45 kilowatt. The pricing is just about right, range is fine. I think it's just need to be a better finished product. It's definitely a converted platform. If you could put the motor at the rear, it will improve the driving experience. So I think that's where the sweet spot is. Where should the car maker should be. It just worries me. They're focusing more towards the 30 lakh category, and Yeah, I mean they can sell a few pieces here and there. They can comply with for the cafe and emission norms. I think that's what Mahindra is trying to do here, and everybody else.
And
Even
Tata is over compliant with cafe.
yeah, yeah.
There's no problem.
Except for Tata, like Hyundai, clearly they're doing Creta EV because they also have the cafe issues because Cretas were traditionally sold in diesel. Mahindra is practically selling 80-85% of the cars in diesel, so I can see the desperation there for them to go very aggressive here. Uh, I think this is where the sweet spot is, Nexon, Punch, where I would like to see more. Windsor EV, for we have to
No,
see,
no, very, very good point raised by Mohit. If we see below the sub 15 lakh segment, I am more excited for the BYD one, which is coming around close to 10 to
absolutely,
12 lakhs.
absolutely.
Which one is coming?
Hello.
Yeah.
Which one is coming?
It has been long rumored, Dr. Saab, that they are coming up with that small Chotu. I am not able to recall the name right now exactly.
Dolphin.
Dolphin से नीचे.
Dolphin. Sub 12 lakh segment BYD is coming.
I
I
have
don't
seen,
think BYD is
I
bringing
have
that anytime
seen,
soon.
Sagar, I have seen the interviews of BYD India CEO long time. He clearly mentioned that no vehicle is coming below 25 lakh because we can't manufacture in India. Until and unless they manufacture in India, they cannot give us a 15 lakh product.
That's pretty bad then, if that's the case. But from what I've heard, they want to entry in that particular segment, and I think they are coming up with that particular import scheme. They'll bring up the units.
Currently, they have a very good product. If anybody from BYD is listening, they should just launch Atto 2 in India. It would be a killer product.
And I think Dolphin is kind of Creta size even. It's not. It might be small in
Sir,
price, but in size.
if you see Atto
No,
2,
no, no, no.
it's just so tailor-made for India. It just
Atto
looks
2, yes.
superb.
Atto
Like,
2 and Kia EV3.
yeah, EV3 and EV5, both the vehicles are tailor-made for India. They
And
should be launched in
EV3
India.
is
and
definitely a product made for India. You can clearly see that.
Hyundai Inster also. They should bring that.
Yeah, Instar also is a very good product for India. Yes, yes. And probably they are coming with Syros EV next year. That is confirmed.
What do you
Yes.
guys expect for the pricing of Kia EV3?
EV3 should be, they should sell around, I don't know how much is the global
Looks
pricing
like a
of
I
BYD.
small
forgot.
car segment, right?
No,
I
it's
forgot
not,
the battery pack capacity. It's
it's
not
not
that.
that small.
No,
It's
no,
not
no.
that
It's
small.
yeah. I think
It's
it would be kind of it. It might be like between Nexon and Curve
Correct. I
if
thought
they
it
do
was
it
like a
locally.
Nexon
Kia
kind of a category.
EV3.
Yes, yes. If they do it locally, if they are going to import, then no.
No, Kia EV3 is like, what is it? It has got, uh, it's a big car. It's not a small car.
Yeah,
You
no,
know,
it's not
what
small.
it's got, how much is the battery capacity, you know? It's
I
got around, so these are where it is. So it's got V2L, I pedal 3. कहाँ गया भाई? I do.
58.3 and 81.4. It's a
Yes,
huge car.
Oh, it's
81.
a big
It's a
car.
huge car, right? Telling you, it's looking like a XUV 700. No, not 700 exactly, but
Yeah,
it's a big car. But this
and
car looks really good for India.
let me just check the
You
what
see
is
the
it?
dimensions. What are the dimensions? I had made a post about it long time back. I
I did
forgot.
too, but I forgot now. Uh, Vehicle
And what about
dimension.
Kia
Dimension
EV5?
4300 is the length, and the width is 1850.
So it's
And
so it is
height,
around it
correct, and height is 1560. So
so it is around
it's
that
not smaller. Yeah.
it's it's around a E Vitara or something, those kind of cars, right?
Yes, yes, absolutely. It's not a small vehicle, guys.
So what about Kia EV5?
Let me just check that. Kia
Yeah,
EV5.
EV5 भी है एक EV2 भी आ रहा है क्या?
EV.
EV5.
So yeah, Kia EV5 has a 64.2 and 88.1 kilowatt hour battery.
This makes more sense in India. It's already launched in Australia, you know.
And
Kia EV5, yeah.
so Kia EV5 is not small again.
The both are big cars, EV5 and EV3. I think one of the model, one of the both, मतलब दोनों में एक model इंडिया में आना चाहिए. This is what I think.
So okay, so it is bigger than the EV3. Its size is 4615 mm.
So it is the XUV 700 drive. Yeah, 4615. Yes, 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 you're right.
Yeah, these are not smaller.
So these two vehicles should come in India. One of them should come in India. And I'm sure that Kia will launch one of these in India.
But the Hyundai Inster, that I think that fits into a bit of the smaller space.
Yeah, Instead should be a good. But again, the same thing which comes in my mind is that why
It's
does
a under 4 meter car. The Inster is under 4 meter car.
yeah. So I still don't know why Hyundai and Kia why they can't sell us the uh, like GMP platform car which is made in India and it is around price of Atto 3 and those kind of stuff. Even if these both EV3 and EV5 they could make great sense around 30 lakh rupees.
I mean, not sure what. I mean, EV3 is a new product, so definitely the India is not their priority right now, and so is Inster. So maybe we'll see in year after year. Maybe we'll have different discussion.
Right,
See,
right,
I
right.
think if till the time they don't start manufacturing locally, because India has this 100% import duty, right? Customs and import. So if they don't start manufacturing locally, none of these products can actually make decent big categories for them. So
They have to localize GMP in India. So what happens is even now also they are selling Ioniq 5 at huge discounts. So there is no point like Kia EV6 was being one of my friend who is the general manager in Kia. They sold a demo model of Kia EV6 at 38 lakh rupees. So
Oh,
consider
Kia
that
EV6
something.
had great discount
but that must be one-off case, right?
up to
No
15 and
people
20 lakh discount were there on
15
EV6.
and 20 lakh discount. A lot of people have got it uh, that
No, but the
price.
company, see, the Kia and the Hyundai, they'll not mix. Hyundai, if they sell Ioniq 5 at the international price, they can't sell it that price in India, right? Because they're importing. So
So high.
eventually,
So
see, the reason why Tata, Mahindra, these are the number two car makers in India is because the foreign companies, they can't keep importing cars in India. They have to set up manufacturing here. And
yeah,
India is a
you're
very,
right
very
that way.
value-driven market.
But
And
what I have so what I infer is in seeing Hyundai, what they did in India, they started with the 800 rival, right? The Zen rival Centro.
yeah,
Then they tried to rival the smaller Marutis. They got Eon. Then they wanted to hurt the Wagonars and the Swifts. They got the i10, and they probably raised the bar with i20. It was a smash hit in India. It was like everybody wanted i20, right?
yeah.
So after Creta, they just lost that kind of like after Creta, they used to have Tucson, which had some great vibes. Even the Elantra was there. The sedan market has not dwindled, so that has hurt them badly. Verna always used to do well for them.
Because also India moved towards the SUV style market, right? The
Yeah, yeah.
hatch.
So once we shifted to SUV, so they came up with Venue. So now they're
Yeah.
kind of struggling. They are not.
It's
If
a
you
two
minus,
product company right now, Creta and Venue
yeah,
actually.
exactly. If we just omit Creta, so they would probably have nothing to sell. So
Yeah. I mean, for
I
me,
still
uh,
I
yeah.
still don't no idea if a BMW can assemble an iX. Why the hell can't Hyundai make a proper EV in India under a GMP platform? I just don't get it. Like
Because they don't
this is
see the
what I feel.
market. They just want to sell EVs enough for them to comply cafe. That's the real story here, and that's why they did not.
But that I also
Yeah,
agree that cafe का
yeah.
तो है ही है. But still being a brand like you have got our IPO listed, you have got on the stock market listed. When you will give us a GMP platform, I have no idea. So why are we being not offered those GMP cars in India? This is what I
No,
feel.
See,
because see,
because
guys,
It should be there.
it's a lot of
it's
money to put up a manufacturing for like a greenfield project. I mean, it's a huge investment, by the way. So if you're not
So
committed
so they
to,
they have that kind of money.
no,
They
it's not
have
about
that kind
money.
of
Yeah,
money.
see, all of
They've
them, money is not a
See,
problem here.
it's about
The
their
problem is that,
priority also.
you let's say you invest $1 billion and you set up the manufacturing. We don't have the supply chain.
They don't see volume. They
They don't
don't
see the
see
volumes, and if it
volume.
bombs, boss, if they can't
See, I would
risk those big failures, right? It car companies can.
So how
Hyundai
come? So
Hyundai
I agree.
imports their ICE vehicles to about 88 countries. So they should be able to see the export potential for especially the smaller
Exactly.
vehicles in the
No, no,
EVs.
Nikhil. Once you are listed in my stock exchange, why the hell you can't make a GMP platform for my country? Simple. मेरे स्टॉक मार्केट में लिस्ट हो तुम यार मेरे से इतनी तुम पैसा ले गए हो तुम
नहीं,
No,
बनाओ
stock
I
market
जीएमपी
का
यहाँ
तो
पे
They would
बस
पैसा
जीएमपी
इसलिए
लाओ
दिया because they were
Doctor Saab,
getting a
they would
great
make
valuation.
GMP. Doctor Saab,
see.
what do you expect a price of a GMP platform Hyundai EV in India? That's my simple question.
I expect between 20 to 25.
Uh, are you sure?
Yeah, yeah,
With the
I
amount of
expect between 20 to
investment for a brand
25.
new platform, would Hyundai invest that much?
Yes, it's not a brand new
And-
No,
platform.
no,
You
for
just have to
India,
make
for
a
production
change.
lines. Yeah.
I 20 to 25 वेरी गुड 20 to 25 में लॉन्च कर दो जीएमपी गाड़ी क्यों नहीं लॉन्च कर सकते महिंद्रा 18 लाख में इंग्लो बना सकता है आप जीएमपी नहीं बना सकते यार
नहीं,
मतलब
बट महिंद्रा 18
समझ
लाख
नहीं
में
आया मुझे
इंग्लो
मतलब
दे नहीं रहा ना, दैट इज द प्रॉब्लम।
अरे 20 18 19 बेस
नहीं,
प्राइस तो
बट आप
18
जब
18 लाख
आएगी
90
तब
हजार
बात
का ही
होगी,
है
लेकिन देखिए, सी, आई थिंक दिस इज व्हाट
अरे
महिंद्रा
वो
हैज,
अगस्त में आ जाएगी
आई एम क्वाइट लिटिल स्केप्टिकल
20
अबाउट
लगा
इट।
लो अच्छा ऐसे करते हैं 22 लगा लो 22
नहीं,
में तो मिल
22 में
रहा
भी
है
सर अभी नहीं मिलेगा ना,
हमें
22 में आपको
20
अगस्त में मिलेगा।
तो कोई बात नहीं मैं
August is
वेट
not
करूंगा
much
यूनिट
far
टेस्ट
away,
वाला ने
man. August is
नो 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 निखिल सो एज आई सेड दैट महिंद्रा ने यूनिट टेस्ट का दिया शेड्यूल हमारे स्कूल में यूनिट टेस्ट का शेड्यूल होता था ना कि नवंबर में ये होगा
yes.
जनवरी में ये होगा तो वो वैसा है तो उसमें कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है सो माय सिंपल सबमिशन इज if a Maruti can make a skateboard architecture e-Vitara they are producing in India to export across the world what stops Hyundai to make it in India I still don't get it
See,
It's
again
volume, simply
Dr.
the
Saab,
volumes, I think.
these Koreans' first priority is Korea, right? They they
I
they
agree.
won't even buy steel from everywhere anywhere else. They would just buy it at a higher price from
Yes, you are
Korea if
right.
they have to.
You're right.
So
No, no, no,
uh,
no, no.
I
I
agree
would
with
say
that.
what the reason is. They are still waiting for that volume game
Yeah.
along with their own ecosystem in India of battery cell chemistry and everything production.
Sagar, if they wanted volume game, they would have priced Creta better, not just for the
So
No,
cafe.
if
no,
they
that's
No,
wanted a
no,
that's
vol,
a
sir.
no,
that's
no,
a
no, no,
Creta
no,
is
see.
only
Nikhil.
for
So
cafe
Creta
compliance.
E, I would say Creta EV is like a trophy wife for Hyundai right now.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, if look, I even if I have to be more spectacle about Hyundai, if I wanted Cafe Norm, I could have launched a 2024 Kona. It could have easily done with the Cafe
Doctor
norms.
Saab,
Easily,
tell me
I
one
could have
thing. Doctor
complied with
Saab,
it.
tell me one thing. How much volume do they have currently above 30 lakh for Hyundai?
30 lakh, I think for Ionic, they're selling around 100 units every month.
Yeah, yeah. So is
So
that viable for a whole new production line for a new platform?
Not at all.
no, no, no. You're not again understanding. GMP platform doesn't mean that you have to make a car expensive.
No, no, not about
Like
expensive,
So,
about
boss,
the
if you don't
you're
get
listed.
production.
10,000
No,
units
no.
volume,
Yes,
you
about the
cannot go for a
production line
manufacturing.
investment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
yeah,
So why can't?
again, exports
See,
in
no, 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 Nikhil, wait a minute. I will again point. You are listed on my stock exchange. You have taken my people's money. Why the hell you can't make a GMP in India?
No, no,
Make a GMP in
Koreans are
India.
damn shrewd businessmen, Doctor Saab. They wouldn't
But the money
invest
is
in
not in
They
Hyundai India. Money has been taken by Hyundai Global. So money has gone back
exactly,
to Korea, by the
exactly.
way.
that is precisely my
Yeah.
point. That is
It was
precisely my
not a fresh
point.
issue, by the way. It was a offers for sale.
Yeah, you are
Yeah.
right. Yes, you are
you
right.
you guys
I
would agree
agree.
that Hyundai sees a benefit in India by exporting ice. They export ice from here to
So
about
whatever
90
they want to
countries,
do it.
right?
They export about
Look, Nikhil,
20,000 cars
Hyundai.
per month, approximately, which is not a very big number, actually,
Look,
to be
Nikhil,
honest.
you look. They have been in India for 25 years. They have been running like pillar and post to beat
Yeah.
Maruti, right? So they tried everything. They tried Eon, they tried this and that, and ABCD, everything. And once you've tried everything, they listed their company on my stock exchange.
and you're not giving me GMP also. Why not? So I agree with the volume factor. मैं मान सकता हूँ कि हाँ भाई that volume is not that much or something. It's not that kind of thing. ये volume इतना नहीं होगा. But still, you can
No,
make
no, no.
GMP in
Doctor
India.
Saab,
Why not?
do they have time to, create a
So,
separate
so
line?
consider one thing. Nikhil, consider Sagar, consider one thing. You make a GMP platform in India and you give a top hat of Creta. Why would it not sell? It would sell like hotcakes. People will prefer Creta over any Nexon
No,
or
but
any other
but
kind
look
of
at the
product.
economy of scale currently. Creta, they are already selling ice so much, so it is so convenient cost wise for them to provide EV platform on the same
Yeah, because part
existing
sharing.
So,
architecture.
what do you think as
Yeah.
I agree, as a manufacturer,
No, no.
do
Look
you
look at
think
it from
that
the
that
businessman point of view, Doctor Saab. They are very
no,
shrewd
no,
businessmen.
even Nikhil, even for a business point of view, people one day will get fed up of Creta after 1 or 2 years. बहुत हो गया
No,
बंद
no.
करो इसको बस
So,
हमें नहीं
Hundred
देखनी ये
I
percent. I
गाड़ी
mean,
agree. 100%.
so
100%.
Hyundai would feel that, when it happens, Hyundai would feel that, and so the Creta might have initial punch, but I still am unsure about the long run.
And guys, by the way, EV
no
is
I'm
also not. I think people rather misinterpret EV as a tech. It's not a tech play in terms of EV manufacturing. It's actually a supply chain play. So China is making so many cars, and they've created this big market there inside China. It's not because they have some special technology. I mean, Tesla was. We all know how good Tesla was even in 2016 and 17. It's just a whole supply chain. It's only Tata Motors, not actually Tata Motors, it's the Tata which has announced the only gigafactory in India, Agratas, which will come sometime later next year. So, if you have to go get those 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 volumes, you need to get the price lower. To get the price lower, you need to have those supply chains. And not just in terms of price, even the quality of the supply chain, the
See,
risk
so
associated. So all of these companies, they're not even thinking
problem
about creating those. And
chain partners, they
And
have to.
that is why I'm bullish on Tata, because I think Tata has created a beautiful ecosystem.
yeah, and with the battery coming up with Agratas,
yeah
they have their own platform, and so they're playing the long game for sure. They're playing a frustrating game right now because they're only doing the converted ICE platforms. But once the
Sagar, but
supply chain gets
Tata,
rolling, then they have a better a chance to get that mass market.
Tata doesn't take full proper benefit of their ecosystem. They have everything, but the integration is not good still.
No, that is the reason, na.
yes yes
That's why we say it is a semi-government company, Nikhil.
No, it used
It's
to
a
be. I totally agree. In fact, people give a lot of that's what I feel. People have given a lot of credit to Mr. Ratan Tata, the way he run. Actually, he made a lot of mistakes, and it was only when Chandrasekharan he became the chairman of Tata Sons, and he became the chairman of Tata Motors in 2016. It was his initiative and by that time, Tata passenger vehicle business in India was already dead. By the way, it was like 3 or 4% market share. So for them to rise from that, doing Nexon and all these new cars and converted platforms, and now announcing the Gigafactory, I think they are more serious now. Yeah, they could change a little bit more. They were more like a PSU, let's say seven
No,
eight
no,
years
but
back.
Mohit, I agree partly with you, but I still say the current lobbying in the Tata Motors, management is still not in the correct direction.
Really?
They need huge management replacements. They need to bring in, fresh energetic people into the management.
Okay. Yeah, any example you're
so we are still
aware of? Any recent management uh, thing you're
No,
talking
no,
about?
there has no. I want the particular lobby to be replaced in Tata, because I think they are still not working on the HV critical issues. They might have beautiful ecosystem, but they are ruining things with key management decisions.
See,
actually
Sagar,
Tata's problem has always been quality,
Nee, I
Siva.
think
Sagar,
I think what
Quality and the
I
finishing.
want to point one thing,
You
and
know, Nikhil, just
They
I will forget
some
this
people
thing.
should be fired
You
straight
know,
away. Fired straight away.
no, no, Sagar, one of my colleagues used to say that if Tata produces 1 lakh Tata Nexons, no Tata Nexon would be the same. Every car would be different. So that's the joke which goes around.
yeah.
So which is not fine. So the panel gaps and all those things, they're not
Yeah.
So
consistent. No
that
idea
is
what.
why I'm saying Tata management has become lobby management. That is why I'm saying they are working in groups, separate groups. They are not taking full advantage of the ecosystem being created, but they are not taking efficient use of that.
I think Tata Motors, the real deal with them has been the lack of powertrains, to be honest. Because see, they stopped investing in petrol and diesel long back. And diesel too, especially they stopped. Mahindra, for their advantage, they invested a lot in diesel powertrain. So, suddenly when 2021, 22, suddenly when you're driving a Harrier and you're comparing it with the XUV 700, you could just see the difference in the four cylinder of 1.5 TGDI, all those engines of Mahindra were just so much better than Tata. I think things have escalated
Actually,
also because
Mahindra.
उनका थोड़ा सा वो quality issue, panel gaps and everything, and just the customer, it kept
You're
adding up.
absolutely actually Mahindra. What they did was they not only made powerful diesel engines, they worked on the insulation as well.
Oh yeah, the engines are better than
The
almost as good as
cabin
Germans, if not
super
better.
silent.
Yeah, absolutely.
If XUV 700 if XUV 700 was not that silent, Scorpio was even more silent. That really worked well for
Yeah,
them.
and those are four
And
cylinder. I mean,
Dr. Saab,
Tata still doesn't have a four
look at
cylinder
this.
engine.
Yeah, Dr. Saab, look at this new BEVs also. They are so well, insulated. Even
Yes, you're
compared
right.
to might be your Kona also and my ZS also. They are so beautifully, the sound
Yeah,
insulations.
Mahindra is really done very well. There is no doubt about it.
I
So
think
we
in the
expect
long
Tata to
term,
also
when
do well.
we look after 10 years, we'll see this Mahindra launch as one of the most critical turning point in EV, modern turn, modern new page of EV history in India.
Yeah, you are right.
I
You
will
are right.
still mention them killing Reva.
You're right. We will never forget them for killing Reva. Yes, you're right.
I
No, but
think
coming
this
coming
is
back from the slums of a disaster like XUV 400, I think this will turn a new page in the
yeah.
Indian EV history.
And I love the Winfast VF3. That's a very good car. I love it.
How many HVR do you want, man?
I have no problem with the HV error when it comes to the other vehicles, not my one.
So Winfast is
So I was telling you about the Creta service. Yes, it is air filter at 10,000.
uh,
At every 20,000, they will check the brake oil, or if it is less, they will replace it. And the coolant is to be replaced at 1 lakh kilometer or 10-year, whichever is earlier.
I think we discussed that last time also.
Acha, I forgot
Yes.
actually. So considering this, why can't they give a 1 lakh kilometer package of service along with the cost and settle it down, right? This is what I was thinking.
I mean, nah, it's fine, man. Not everything needs to be.
No, anyways, the cost is down, Dr. Saab. But what I fear from Hyundai is, within the next 6 months, there will be lot of, battery sketches and what lots of warranty claims. That is one of my estimated guess. Observed guess. Let
Is
us
that
see.
under?
I hope
Actually,
Is that
I
undercover
felt the
metal? Is
same.
that undercover some kind of metal?
no, no, no metal, no metal.
It should not be net. It could be a fiber or something. But trust me, this if my Kona isn't scratching, then it is unlikely that any Creta will scratch. If my car is not scratching, that means
Mm.
so it feels about 185 round or 185 or 180 kind of clearance of Creta. So it should not be a problem. I used to say that when the orange wires of Nexon we used to say that people will cut it, and there are a lot of issues happen. And history says that we haven't got so many instances of tampering of those orange wires,
No, but the
right?
but the
So I
but
don't
the
think so there
certain
should be any
certain
problem.
certain class of Creta buyers.
No, no, no. We can those class of Creta buyers are not buying the electric anyway.
Let us hope so, Doctor Saab.
No, nothing will happen, I think. Even the first generation ZSEV ground clearance was less. Nothing happened. People are like once someone will drive it, they will say that maybe the battery may scrape or something. But once people start driving and get used to those things, I don't think so that would be a major issue. But yes, people whosoever is seeing the vehicle, they're happy with the interiors and all those things. They really feel premium.
Guys, मेरे को तो नींद आ रही है अब.
अच्छा बंदे भी दो चार ही रह गए अपने ग्रुप बीच में. So I think you should wind
I
up
think
and we should say thank you and good night to each other.
this is our longest session yet. 3.5
Yeah,
hour now.
absolutely,
Yes,
absolutely
yes,
the
yes.
longest.
Uh,
Let us break records like this, Nikhil. This is very good. You are doing a great job, I think.
I will break more record
Right,
after my college is done.
right.
Yeah. So
Probably when Tesla launches, you will have a 24-hour space.
most probably, maybe live stream at the dealership.
Yes, yes. Yeah, that can be done easily.
And thank you, Mohit. Great seeing you talking, and it was great discussion.
Yeah, yeah, it's same. Guys, just carry on. This is amazing, huh,
Yeah,
this space.
And
yeah,
Mohit, I would
yeah.
like to appreciate you. Your inputs were very good, very good. I think
Yes.
that's
Yes, yes. And I will ask Mohit again to
yeah, yeah.
see the
Please, please.
Mahindra
Oh,
BEVs and
sure.
tell us his perspective.
I'll definitely, if I get a chance. I'm looking forward to driving
And
Mahindra
Mohit,
EVs. Yeah,
Mohit, don't drive the
yeah.
6E. We are telling you, we are saving your time. Directly drive the 9E.
Nine.
Yeah,
Trust us.
directly drive the
Hello.
9E.
And if any of you are not there, you can join our Telegram groups, and we can do more discussions there as well.
Right, sir.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Saab, Sagar,
Okay.
Mohit,
Thank you.
Rakesh, and everyone else that joined us today.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Thank
you.
Guys,
you,
Thank you.
guys,
Ashwin
I'm
ji.
sorry, I
Thank
was
you, Nikhil.
disconnected for a few seconds. Huh? But
Yeah. We were saying, Mohit, you don't waste your time driving 6E. You drive directly
yeah,
9E and let us know, please,
okay,
next in the next phase.
cool. I'll definitely do that, and I'll let you know whenever I can do that.
and
Looking
and
forward
and
to the
please
next
check out
session.
the rear
Sure.
seat thigh
Yeah,
support,
yeah.
please, please.
I'll definitely, whenever I get the chance of doing it, I'm definitely going to be following your space again. So whenever I do that, I'll share my experience with you guys.
And if possible, please join. Your
Right, right,
your
right.
inputs were very good. Please join us for the
Absolutely,
next.
I'll love
Yes,
to.
yes.
Looking forward already to have you guys again. Thank
Right,
you.
right. Thank you. Thank
Thank you,
Thank you
thank you,
so much.
everyone.
Thank you,
Thank you,
everyone.
Take care. Right. Good
thank
night.
you.